Alright, there's enough sense. Go away. Hi. Hello. I had it for the whole 8 minutes because I was like, oh well, I don't know if I'll be ready in 4 minutes, but I was. Hello. Let me get the game up. Can't believe this. Listen, I just ate. I literally got back upstairs into my room at 5:02, and then I put Setsa on. I was like, okay, I'll just hurry up. And now here I am. Let me get the game open. I was listening and then you stopped it. Too bad. Play Sekimeya and then you can listen to it all you want. Download. No, it's in E. And then this, and then this, and then this. Gotta turn the sound off. I might have to play it at some point to fully understand it. That's really encouraging. Anyway. It's ever 17 hours? I'm really upset. Not because of Sekimeya or Ever 17. Because Unicorn Overlord isn't going to be on PC. It's like exactly the game that I would stream. Even down to the name, but Uber did. Go away. The sad music expresses how I feel right now. I think we're this child. A dead end and a dead end and a dead end and a dead end. But yeah, after I finish Persona 3, maybe a timeline will be saturated with Unicorn Overlord instead. I hate that dungeon, me too. So much so that I exited out of the menu. Okay. And a dead end. And a dead end. After dead end. Oh! So true, I love this place. The final place that we ended up was in front of a small door at the end of a narrow corridor. In the middle, the word Himmel was engraved. What is this? Unfortunately, we don't know the password. Saying that, you took hold of the doorknob. The doorknob? So true. I love the doorknob on this door that exists. It didn't even budge. Next, she started tapping randomly on the Tenki display next to the door. You should have known that it was a waste of energy. Yeah. I'm sorry, besties. They're insulting you in particular. You punctuated that with a sigh. Hello, Sarah Mayo. Gong. You weakly kicked the door. Following the sound, we went silent. The atmosphere around us was heavy. Both you and Sarah, more tired expressions, as if they couldn't even be bothered to speak anymore. It was a gloomy silence. To try and lighten things up, I said, hey, anyway, it doesn't do us any good to just stand around here. Let's go get some tuna sandwiches. We gotta think of something. A way to escape. Well, let's see. How about... none of these are gonna work. Let's try to contact the outside. Maybe we'll find Sora. For example, we could try and contact the outside or something. Even without a cell phone, Limu must have other means of communicating, right? Surely we will find the rest of our oomphs, except Coco, probably. Yu's face lit up again. Next, light returned to Sarah's eyes as well. But... Crash, you did a fantastic heel stomp on the console in the control room. That's really helpful. thanks you.
どうなってんのよ一体。
It looked like she was going to rant. No, she was already ranting.
ちょっと待ってくださいよナッケ先輩。
Hey, what are you gonna do with that chair?
叩きつけるのよ。
Amazing.
ポンコツマシンなんかぶっ壊してるぶっ壊してるぶっ壊してる。
She's gonna kill Sora.
落ち着いてとにかく落ち着いてください。
My invisible hologram GF.
これが落ち着いていられますかっつーの。通信回線が全部アウトってどういうことなの。電話もメールも非常回線さえもつながらないのよ。
I can't be stuck with just these people. But the rest of the route, I'm gonna go crazy.
こんなことってありえる。
You wouldn't know if she goes to a different
わけわかん
computer.
ないの。舐めてるとしか思えない。
Still, you don't have to destroy.
もう
Sarah and I restrained you and dragged her outside the control room. Yu's eyes were bloodshot like a rabid dog. Somehow her fantasy-like outfit seemed out of place. Fantasy-like? It's just like a dress. Well, if it's come to this, there's nothing else to do. Let's just split up again and look for an exit.
ねだよ。あんだけ散々探し回ったのよ。
We haven't looked inside the rooms.
そうだよね。秘密の抜け道みたいなやつが隠されてる可
Or
能性もあるし。
maybe there'll be a hologram lady and an edgy lady and then some
そん
guy
なのあるわけないでし
and a
ょ。
child.
忍者屋敷じゃないからさ。
Girlfriends. So true. Hello. What do you say about Ninja House? This isn't a ninja house. So true.
拙者のよ
Let's
うに
just
閉
look
じ
one
込
more
めら
time,
れてしまったお方がどこぞにおるやもしれぬでござるからな。
Yeah, Coco.
ニンニン。
Amazing. So with that, the three of us, Sarah, you and I, split up and started searching the complex. We'd agreed to meet again in an hour. We decided to meet in front of the control room. I decided to check... Oh, the foreboding music is playing. I decided to check Dritter stock from end to end. You and Sarah are probably investigating upstairs. The rest area... I think the statues are still pointing in the same places, but honestly I couldn't tell you, I don't remember. I noticed immediately that the scenery was different from the morning. The pond in the middle was covered with a lid. Or more a partition of sorts than a lid. In either case, the pond was no longer connected to the ocean. The Lemmy computer that you had talked about might have automatically sealed it off. Oh! The tuna sandwich stand! My favourite place! There was still a scent of cooked tuna in the air. The second I smelled it, my stomach started to growl. Well, go get one. I glanced around, no one was there. I thought I might eat, but I didn't want to do anything criminal. I swallowed once and left that area behind. Can't believe this. The conference room. There's nothing really out of the ordinary there, but I did pick up on one thing. The room was not flooded with seawater. The elevated entrance had stopped the water. The tuna sandwich stand. It's okay, we've gone back. Fragrance of food was tickling my nose. Oh, never mind. The control room. That room was also spared flooding by its elevated entrance. Why have we gone back here? We just looked. There was nowhere. Anyway, the chair that you had knocked over was as she left it. Put it back where it should be. Check the room and left. The tuna sandwich stand. The smell just wouldn't quit teasing me. The Lemurian ruins. You had passed through here just a while before. Just to be sure, I peeked in the shadows of the stone pillars and behind buildings, but I couldn't find anything resembling a pathway. The tuna sandwich stand. That smell, oh, I couldn't take it anymore. I slyly extended my hand toward the case holding the warm tuna sandwiches. The evil disease has got to be inside of the tuna sandwiches. It would be so funny. Uchikoshi would be... would really be missing a beat if he didn't make the tuna sandwiches the source of all the evil. I slyly extended my hand toward the case holding the warm tuna sandwiches. The situation called for extreme measures. I kept telling myself that as I munched and swallowed down the sandwich. With that, I finished checking Dritter stock. It didn't look like there were any hidden corridors to be found or anyone trapped there besides the three of us. I wondered how things were above. Maybe it was just like you had said. Maybe there was no more point in looking. It was still before our meeting time, but I went back to our rendezvous point in front of the control room. And when I got there, murder. Hello, every Nyan. Hey, bestie. There was a surprise waiting for me. We've already eaten a tuna sandwich and we've been playing the game for 10 minutes. So, really setting the mood.
Yeah.
Oh, it's man. One thing about the tuna sandwiches, Oh, also woman, I guess. Hello, Takeshi. I'm waiting for the tuna sandwich fact. I'm very excited. We're called chicken sandwiches in the bad translation. That would have been so much better. I'd much rather have a chicken sandwich. Hey.
こんにちは。
Man, woman. Huh? Who are you?
おいおい、忘れちまったのか?
What in the world? I feel like I've met them before. I was pretty sure of it, but... your name is... I don't remember it.
いや、自己紹介はまだだったかな。
You really are the kid? Yeah, I think so.
俺は倉成武史。
Unless the zero time dilemma goes. The guy named Takeshi pointed at the girl.
茜ヶ崎空です。
She gave a slight nod. Takeshi and Sora. Repeat the words. They both nodded. What are you doing here? Ah, what's going on? Is Tsugumi not here?
そんなに驚かなくてもいいでしょ。
Thank God. All the hamsters are safe.
ついさっきマヨと一緒にツバイトシトック歩いてたらこの3人に出会って。
So you're stuck here too, huh?
ええ。
そういうこと。
Wait a sec, didn't you just say 3 people?
言ったよ。ほら、あそこにいるでしょ。
I followed the direction of Yu's finger. Hello, hamster murderer. Someone was standing on the opposite end of the wall along the corridor. I could only make out half the person's back, but I saw long hair and black clothes, and it left an impression. Who's that?
小町さんのことですか？
ああ、小町つぐみって言ったかな。
Tsugumi, so that was her name. She wore all black. You said that already. Oh, she's here too. What the heck? Oh, hi, Jack. What is this? What have you blessed me with? You must agree to the YouTube server service. Oh, it's this bird again. Amazing. I hope you will enjoy Ever 17. Surely. Oh, honestly, this stream, nothing's probably gonna happen. We'll just eat tuna sandwiches. Swap into the first room. Nothing happens for like 8 hours. And then suddenly something starts happening. It didn't sound familiar, but still. It's just like a slice of life visual novel at the moment for the next 2 streams. I feel like I've met her somewhere before.
お知り合いですか？
Is this a sequel to 16? Yeah! I mean, it's 17, so it has to be, right? It's probably my imagination. It's just somehow something.
なんかな、とにかく難しい女の子なんだよ。よくわかんないんだけど、俺らのこと嫌ってるみたいでさ。
Hi, Saz. Doesn't like you. Feel a slight animosity emanating from Tsugumi's back. She didn't have to say anything. There was a definite atmosphere that made approaching her difficult. Maybe I'll go talk to it. Just as that thought crossed my mind, Tsugumi shot a glance in our direction. She had piercing eyes and an intimidating gaze. With her glare eating into me, I couldn't take even one step forward. No way I could talk with her. What's that all about? Why is she so angry? I haven't done anything to make her hate me. Tsugumi's gaze returned to normal. Little beads of sweat appeared on my forehead. Oh, that reminds me. Where's Sarah? She's in the chat. Having realized she wasn't around, I glanced around the room. Without me noticing it, Sarah had come to stand behind me at some point. Worry. Oh, what's wrong? I couldn't help but notice a dark look in her eyes. There's nothing left of the ninja attitude she had departed with. It's me again. Something happened? Sarah? Sarah? Hey!
何？
You're right.
平気だよ、全然。
Great.
どうしてそんなこと聞くの？
Well, I mean, you look so depressed. Oh, God. Sarah, is this something you want to tell us? I'm so sorry. Was it all this aroma singer? I would be depressed
そん
too.
なことないってば。ただ
Just?
出口見つかんなかったからちょっと
She
へこんでた
hates
だけ。
Sugumi. Sugumi hated, just like me. So true. I found my favorite character. When do visual novels stop looking like this? They should have always looked like this. It's very upsetting. Now they look like Zero Time Dilemma instead. Is that really all that's bothering you?
それだけ。
All characters look like Haruhi Suzumiya. Because we beat Zoroark now, I have no purpose in life. Don't worry about it. We have to do another Mount Rockon at some point. That'll take a couple months. Oh, something about Sarah's spirits lifting. Seeing her smile made me feel a bit relieved.
ともかくここで立ち話をしていても始まりませんから。この制御室で現在のレミューの状況を調べてみましょう。
We were just there. Sora said that and pointed to the control room right across from us. I can't wait to have the exact same plot revelations again. Just sprinkled around. We're gonna find out that Sora is a hologram lady again. Sukumi is immortal again. Posture? No, that's definitely. If my only purpose in life is posture, I would definitely be depressed.
どうそら、わかりそう？
What is this? Oh, so true. Oh.
ええ、
Sometimes I forget
そう
that
ですね。
I have that emote. Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly, the content of the screen began to change, with a number of windows opening and closing while the search for data was underway. I stared dully at her rapidly moving hands. Looked like Sora was fairly used to handling the computer. For one thing, there weren't any flying chairs or heels stomping. It was completely different from the way you handled things a while ago.
わかりました。
What have you learned, bestie? Sora said it with a business-like manner. She seemed done with the computer. Everyone looked in her direction.
皆さん、どうか落ち着いて聞いてください。
Can't wait. Please tell me all about the pressure and then all of the how many days we have to
慌てた
live.
り、気を取ら
Don't
ずしない
get
でくださいね。
hysterical or depressed. Oh well. She said that. I noticed she looked a little pale. Does she know Goofy? Oh, so true. I was like, what are you talking about? I got you. The room went quiet as the focus shifted to it. Don't have mental
これから
issues.
現在のレミューの状況を表示します。
Stop being depressed.
まず1回、エルストボーデンは完全に浸水しま
Can't
した。
believe this. I never would have guessed.
はい。隔壁もすべて下ろされ、通路を通行することはできません。つまり、上に行く道は完全に閉ざされちゃった。そういうことです。そして、これがツバイトシュトックの状況です。
I don't remember what the map looked like last time. Does it always look like that?
上の
Probably.
階、救護室のあるフロアを示しています。こちらはドリッドシュトッ
This
ク。
looks the same, I think. Probably.
点滅しているのが現在地です。
Ellipses.
マジかよ。
そんなレミューの半分近くが水没しちゃってるじゃない。
Probably. Sora nodded somberly with a pained expression on her
こ
face.
のフロアのドライエリアは3つの部分に分かれています。
Dry
完
areas.
全に浸水していないエリア、人の通行が可能な部分のことです。このマップの中心に表示されているのが現在私たちのいる第8区画です。
Anyone feeling hysterical or depressed yet? Huh? It looks like the map is divided into areas. So where's the third?
実はシステムの不備のせいで詳細なマップ表示ができていませんが、この第8区画の対角線上にある第4区画も健在なのです。しかしそこに行くことは不可能です。
Third area is at the equilibrium point. So true, the unenlightened come.
2つの
Why?
区画を結んでいる通路が全て水没してしまったからです。距離にしておよそ100メートル。無呼吸状態で100メートル泳ぎ続けるような能力をお持ちになっている方はこの中にはいらっしゃらないでしょ。
Sugumi can do it, she's
故
immortal.
に不可能なのです。
Okay, I guess it's
それ
possible.
にもしも仮に
Also, can't she just go over there? She's a robot hologram
事
lady?
態が好転するようなことはないと思われます。
Uh,
第4区画もここと同じなのです。浮島へ登るための非常階段は全て完全浸水しています。
つまり言っても無駄ってことだな。
そういうことです。
everyone went quiet. For a while, we just stared at the Limu map that was floating in the darkness. And then,
ねえ、思ったんだけどさ、
you opened your mouth silently.
レミューには排水ポンプみたいなやつってついてないの？もちろんあります。じゃあ、それを使って水没したエリアの水を汲み出せば。
That's not, did it just keep coming back in,
そ
Bestie?
れが
Oh, never mind. It's out of order.
どうして？電気はこうやって生きてるのに。原因はわかりません。エレベーターを含め一部の電子的システムが制御不能に陥っているのです。各区画の配線断線が影響しているのかもしれませんが。ちなみにレミオ内の生体反応をチェックしてみたところ、ここにいる人たち以外に取り残された人はいないことがわかりました。
Is it not being weird? No, we're all here. I wasn't there in Takeshi's group. It's true, and Koko's not here in this one. People there. You, Sarah, Sora, Sugumi, Takeshi, and I. A total of 6 people.
それから現在の内部圧は1気圧です。
If the life thing is normal this time, then maybe Coco was the problem. Furthermore, the current internal air pressure is what
酸
I'm
素濃度
Coco-less.
25%、窒素濃度
We need to get a
75%、
new
ヘ
chair.
リウム濃度
Namrest is kind
3%、
of falling
気
apart.
温24度。
It's like very expensive. I don't really want to. It's fine.
当分の間、私たちが中で過ごしていく分には問題ないってこと？
Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna have to go back into the pressure destable chamber or whatever.
申し訳ありません。その通りです。皆さんには今しばらくの間、館内でお待ちいただくことになります。
今しばらく？いつまでだ？
救助が来るまでです。救援要請はずっと送り続けています。しかし、現在それが届く保証はありません。インゼルヌルへの通信線は非常回線も含め、物理的遮断によって使用不能です。
The only people that can save us are the incels. You hate to see it.
また、海底ケーブルでのネットワーク接続、音波式水中通話ともに試していますが、通信系の回復のめどはまだ立っていません。
So true,
つまり
sorry. You told us
俺
all
たち
this.
は水中で迷子。SOS は誰にも聞こえないというわけだ。
はい。
The gravity of the situation was descending on us. There was every reason for everyone to get depressed. No, sorry, said we can't. Takeshi and you let loose with sighs almost simultaneously. Sarah and I slumped our shoulders. That reminds me, what happened to Sugumi? Why was that girl dressed like Mist Fire Emblem? I always knew I hated her for a reason. She hadn't said anything at all. I looked back. Sugumi was standing in the corner of the room, glaring at us. Takeshi! Look up there! Like before, there was an atmosphere around her that seemed impenetrable. Really, why is she so peeved? Get over it, Sugumi. We all gotta die. A little while later.
落ち込んでてもしょうがないか。
So
こ
true.
こはポジティブに前向きに考えようよ。
Let's all go eat some tuna sandwiches. It'll make us feel better. You broke the silence with an energetic pep talk, but no one responded.
そんな沈み込んだ顔しないでよ。私たちはさ、何も太平
I
洋の
missed like
ど真ん
30 minutes
中を漂
and
流して
you
る
got all
わ
the
け
party
でも
members. Yeah, the whole
みんな
gang's
にみんなま
here.
で遭難したわけでもないんだから。
You didn't miss much. They just started talking about the air pressure again. Also, we found some oompies. That's it. Whoever guessed what we ate within the first 10 minutes of the stream, by the way. Why are you in your PJs? Don't be mean to you. So what?
要するに
Was it tuna sandwiches? It was tuna sandwich
多分数時
singular.
間と待たない
So yeah,
限
kinda.
られるでしょってこと
Wait a few hours, help will probably come,
なん
surely.
でわかるんですかだってよーく考えてみ私たちは何の因果か知らないけれどおまけに外部へ連絡する手段もないと来てるでも連絡だったら私たちにするまでもなく他の誰かがしてくれて
No
るはず
silly,
じゃ
we're
ない
in like a pocket dimension or something, probably. Like who? Oh, that's right. You mean like your colleagues or Sarah's classmates or teachers? You gave a big nod as if to say that's right.
倉成だって一人で来たわけじゃないんでしょ
そっか、確かにそれもそうだよな。
Oh yeah, he had friends. It's kind of hard to believe.
俺らがここにいるってことは、浮島にいる連中もとっくに気づいてるはずなんだ。
そうだから救助隊だか捜索隊だか知らないけどとにかく誰かがすぐに助けに来てくれると思うのどう納得
Sarah, Takeshi, and I all nodded. Can you not have different names? Can we not just call her Mayo? We'll make it easier. Hope returned to everybody's faces. Only Sugami, only she kept her cold gaze trained on us. We all moved to the conference room together. There was something unnerving about waiting for help in the dimly lit control room, and there weren't that many chairs to start with. Why she ate the name Sarah? Well, I can think of one reason. I wondered if there was a place in one of the dry areas where everyone could relax. The closest one was the conference room we were at. Calling Mayo Sarah as Mayo now. Hey Sarah, how come you know so much about Limu? I'm supposed to go out, but my friend fell off his bike and slit his hand open. Oh my god. I hope he is actually fine, as you have said. So true. But on the bright side, now you get to watch this amazing visual novel. Hey Sora, how come you know so much about Limu? I asked Sora, who was sitting next to me.
私はレミュー開発部のシステムエンジニアをしているのです一応主任代理ということになっています
主任代理ね。結構偉いんだ、実は。
代理ですし名目上のことですから大したことはありません
Sora is a woman? What does that mean? What kind of question is that?
でもさ、空って地上のゲートにいなかった。
Yes? She's my hologram GF.
入場の時、なんか説明してたろ？俺は半分しか聞いてなかった。
Oh, so true. Be okay, he just has a bandage. Oh, a bandage? Oh, I see, that makes no sense. Oh.
お気づきになりましたかここも人手不足なもので時々私もあのようなことをしています
Christ. Sora smiled. I wondered what the gate above ground was. I didn't understand what Takeshi and Sora were talking about, but at least I knew the reason why Sora knew so much about Limu. Good time even with the
ってこと
injury.
は、この中にレミューの職員は2人いるってことになるな。
I have not ridden a bike in so many years. It's like over 10 years.
あり
ユウのことだよ。
私は職員っていうかただのバイトだけど
And part-timers, still employees?
倉成は遊びに来たんだよね
遊び以外の
I
目
guess not,
的
they're not
で
real.
テーマパークに来るやつなんかいないだろ？
But every day because I keep failing my driver's test. Lemonade.
なあ
Oh,
サラ。
hate
私
to
は
see it.
一応特殊だけど
あ？特使？
救命館の2年生を対象にして行われるイベントのまあほとんどが遊びみたいなもんだけど
So true, Mayo. Huh? Without thinking, I let out a cry. For some reason, something bothered me. Everybody here, you're not all friends, right?
まさかさっき会ったばっかりだよ。
So then why are you talking to Kuronari like you're old friends? Takeshi's talking to you guys the same way.
ああそっか、お前は知らないんだよな。
What?
先ほどツバイトシュトックでお会いした時に軽い自己紹介のようなものを
Stop, be nice to each other! Oh, so that's it.
そうなんだよ。
Still, it seems strange how they're all so friendly for having just met. Maybe they'd already lived for a week together as Oompis in a different pocket universe. That was what I
っ
thought.
ていうかさ、お前の名前は？
I don't think it's that weird, but if the game brought it up, it was probably for a reason.
ま
Huh?
だ聞いてなかったよな。
Oh no. What's wrong with the kid? He hates seeing people be nice? Apparently. I'm
暗殺者なんだよ彼。暗殺者？うん。闇の組織に追われてるんだってさ。
Yes, so true. I'm not being hunted.
だから大変なっつうのにわからんやっちゃな。
He's got amnesia. He's robbing Fire Emblem.
わかりました。私が代わりにご説明いたしましょう。実は記憶喪失なのです。
So true.
記憶？
喪失？
People don't finish each other's words like this. You gave them a brief explanation of my situation. She told them how I'd forgotten my name, address, family, and friends. And I only remembered the date and everything after meeting you. After listening to the explanation, Sara said,
おそらく追走障害の一つ、全般健忘でしょう。
So true.
全般健忘、全生活史健忘とも言いますが、これは社会的事実についての知識はよく保たれていながら、
I don't need a psychology
名前、
lesson.
生い立ち、家族や友人のことなど、自分の全生活史にわたるすべてを想起できない状態のことを指します。通常は数日から1、2ヶ月経てば、
A few days? Oh, well, hopefully it comes back before we die of the horrible virus.
あるいは催眠療法や電撃療法
Time to electrocute the child. The amnesiac protagonist. I know! I mean, in the other route, he wasn't the protagonist at least. Uchiko, she went to Wikipedia and came back with his findings. Electric shock!
安心してください。繰り返
Get
し
in.
ますが、記憶喪失は通常何もしなくても自然に治るものなのです。従いまして、あまり気にしないこと、深く考えないこと、これが
Okay.
最
Say
善の
so
治療方法になり
sorry.
ます。ほらね、私の言った通りでしょ。心配しなくても大丈夫なんだってば。
ということらしいぞ。
Say it like it's somebody else's problem.
いや、別にそういう意味で言ったのではなく、記憶ってやつはさ、不思議なもんで、別のことを考えてるときに、ほわっと蘇ってきたりするもんだろ。
Yeah, that's me. I don't even have
例え
amnesia.
ば、芸能人とかで顔はわかるのに、名前がどうして
I
も
don't
思い出せ
know
ない時
anyone's
と
name.
かな。
Yeah, I wonder if that's just the way it works.
ところで、君はどっから記憶を失ってるの？
At least this game doesn't have useless info every 5 minutes. Like 999. The useless info is the best part. They just start talking. They stop talking. They're like, hey guys. Anyone heard of this crazy psychology experiment they ran? And then they tell us all about it. And we're like, we're going to die in an hour. Which official novels are essentially put voice actors behind them because everyone wanted to be a part of Ever 17. How far
そう
back?
いや、俺や空の顔は知ってたよな。
それに、私の名前も覚えてた。
Want to be part of this amazing project. How do you feel about observing the world from the third dimension? Yeah, exactly. How far back? Search my memory for the earliest point I could remember. Is there a point where I could still remember? And a point where I'd forgotten? Different images floated through my mind as if to provide an answer. That was it. I lost my memory when I fell into the pond at the rest area. Fell into the pond at the rest area? That had to be it. I don't remember anything before that. And I remembered everything after that. That tumble into the pond was the line between my memory and non-memory. My consciousness was cut. Oh, well, I guess I'll never read it. It just went by itself. Consciousness was cut off at that moment. I think this probably happened when I fell in the pond. I think this kid ain't really a kid. What do you mean? Satoru version 2. I announced that to everyone.
池というのは憩いの間の池のことですか?
Oh, okay, we just said the pond. He's the old man. We'll see when he looks at his face in the fountain. No, silly. Even though we look at the water throughout the whole game, we'll never see our reflection. And then we only find out right at the end when someone's like, "You're old." And then we look in the mirror and then we're old. I think so.
前のことは全然思い出せないの?
ぼんやりとしたイメージみたいなのとか浮かんでこないのか?
住んでたところの景色とか
No one will remember
好き
anything.
な女の子のこととか
Shut up.
ドラマとかさ記憶はないのに指先は覚えてるなんてこともあるよね。
なるほど筆を持たせた途端いきなり素人離れした芸術的な絵を描
It's
き
a different type of memory, besties. I did it in psychology.
そうそうそう
What is it called? I don't remember. It's been too long. It's like the... I don't remember what it's called. You lied about not having an Instagram because I follow you, you liar? Wait, what? Who are you following? I don't think I do, unless I made one like 10 years ago. I've definitely never posted anything there. I didn't even know it existed. Enjoy following me. Surely I will become more active soon. Takeshi assuming he's straight? I know. Terrible.
だからいろいろと見たり触れたりしてみるっていうのも手かもしれないよ。
Because of the weird thing in our ears? Oh. See and touch lots of things.
そうだ
Okay.
なじゃあまず何をやらしてみようか
I have an Instagram account. Oh, maybe I got one because I don't think you can look at other like posts unless you have an account. So sometimes people would link me Instagram posts, but I couldn't look at them because I didn't have an account. And then maybe I made the account to look at the posts. That seems like something that would happen. The conversation about me went on around me. My temples were throbbing. My face was distorted with the pain. Wait, why are we sad? Oh, because everyone's talking? Honestly, that's so valid.
ちょっ
I
と
don't
待
want
っ
to
た
listen to any of these people either.
ん
今空が言ったばかりでしょ。あまり気にしないこと深く考えないこと
My face was distorted with the pain.
この少年思い詰めるととんでもない精神状態に陥っちゃうんだからとんでもない錯乱状態っていうのかなうーとかはーとかうめき出して突然倒れちゃうの
そうなんだ
だから記憶のことに関してはもう少しデリケートに扱ってあげないと
You gently placed her hands on my head. When she did, it was strange, but it seemed to suck away the
オ
pain.
ッケーわかった
Thanks, you.
それじゃあ話題を変えよ
先ほどから気になっていたのですが
Mm?
彼のことこれから何とお呼びすればよいのでしょうかそっか呼び方くらいは決めとかないと何かと不便だもんね
うゴンベイにするか
John! Yeah, let's call him John. I forgot we decided that we were going to call him John. Well, Takeshi decided that he wanted to call him John.
適当だけど七種のゴン
And
ベイ
then he said this, and I was like, isn't that the name that they give to, like, the outlines of corpses? And, like, that's not a very nice name. I
適当だか
remember.
らゴンベイだというのは
Did you
全
consent
国
to
の
suck
ゴンベ
away
イさ
the
んに
paper
申し訳ない
someone?
のではない
Well,
ですか
if you do, then you is in big trouble.
仮名なんだから適当でいいじゃないか
I'm canceling you.
スナイパーにしようよなんで
Yes!
それにこだわるかなそういうタイプじゃないでしょ彼じゃあポリフェノールサブローは
John Mitochondria?
意味わかんないよそうですね では
Did
私
I?
も一つ考えましょう。
I hate this lady. Get a better
キ
name.
ワクさんというのはいかがですか？
なんだキワクさんって。
Isn't Mel? Oh no, that's Malos. It's like, isn't Melos that evil guy from Xenoblade 2?
記憶忘れちゃったくんの略？
I hate this.
縁起でもないな。
I hate this name.
すみません。直接的す
Call
ぎ
me
ました。
John Mitochondria.
ナッキョ先輩はなんかないの？アイデア。そうだな。
I was thinking the same thing. So true.
え、
Same
少年いい
person.
じゃない？
Kid A.
犯罪者みたいじゃないか、それじゃあ。
だったら B 賞ね。
Much better.
同じだろ。
アスタチーネクメ側はメモリーズオンというの。
匿名希望でいいよ、も
Rather they kept the name John so we keep meeting people. That's true. Surely there'll be a Michael soon.
9少年って気があるけど。
No, no, don't call him Q. Getting zero time to live flashbacks. Little guy.
う。なあ、お前はどれがいいんだ？
Kid Q. All of them. So true. I love all of them. Memories on? How long have you had this? This ready? What is this? A Japanese visual novel developed by Kid. Oh, oh, he made it. All of them stink.
贅沢言わないの。この大不況の真っ只中に。
Well, oh my. Ken, Naoto, Makoto, Prince, call me, how much do you wanna bet? One of these options is like important for an ending. Prince like the singer? All of these are references to previous games. Oh, so true. I guess none of them are important then. I wanna be, Ken. Ina Ken is good.
いなくね。却下ね。
Oh well.
絶対無理。
Everyone hated this.
ありえないな。
賛成しかねます。だって似合わないもん。
Amazing.
ああ、もうめんどいから。
Ken?
少年でいい
Yeah,
よ、
my
少
favorite
年で。
character. Hamster killer. No, that one didn't kill the hamster. That was the lady. She's an idiot. Just then.
いい加減にしてよ。
Oh, there she is. She's coming in to find hamsters. Sugumi pounded the table and stood up.
どういうつもりなの？
Anywhere else you'd be a 10? So true.
何考えてんのよ。あなたたち。
What's your
何っ
problem?
て名前を考えてたんだけど。
ふざけないでよ。
The room went quiet. We all looked at each other.
うん。
Why is the sad music
そう
playing?
だね。
The first one to open her mouth was you.
私たち、彼の気持ちも考えないで、ちょっと悪乗りしすぎちゃったかも。そういう意味で言ってるんじゃないの？では、小町さんはどのように呼べばいいと思われますか？
Have you not seen the hit 2023 movie Barbie? Unfortunately, I have not. But if it makes you feel any better, I don't think I've watched any hit 2023 movies at all. So it's not just because I hate Barbie. But Darren's decided how to call someone.
ほらね、名前考えるのって結構難しいんだよ。もういいわ。勝手にやってれば。
Thanks, Sugumi. Why did she sound like ripping paper? Sugumi said that in disgust and left the room.
どうしたんだあいつ。
なんであんなに怒ってるの？たけし、なんか嫌われるようなことしたんでしょう。
してねえよ。俺にはさっぱり理解不能だけど、会った時からあんな感じでさ。
少し小町さんのことは慎重に扱った方がいい。
Dissolved into paper. Wouldn't be the weirdest thing to happen.
しばらく様子を見て、こちらに悪意や敵意がないことを示しながら、ゆっくりゆっくり打ち解けていかない。
Yeah, definitely. I felt as if something was controlling me. The next thing I knew, I found I was rushing out of the room. Oh. Down the corridor, Sugumi was kicking water as she walked. I didn't know where she was heading. I called out to her back. Hey, wait! Sugumi didn't stop. There was no sign that she would look back. Sugumi! Sugumi! When I finally caught up with her, I put my hand on her shoulder.
触らないで。触らないで。くれる？
Sugumi stopped walking and said it in a small voice. I think I saw someone using Takeshi as profile picture before. Surely you must be mistaken. Who would want to be Takeshi? Sorry. Apologizing, I took my hand from her shoulder.
何？
Out of all the characters in this game, I guess there aren't that many male characters, so if you were a man, someone wanted to profile picture from Ever 17, you don't have many options. I haven't even introduced myself. Oh, I'm not gonna ask her why are you so angry. Somehow I couldn't look Sugumi in the eye. Just our eyes meeting sent my heart pounding.
挨拶なんか。私はあなたとなんか
Oh,
口も
thanks.
聞きたくないの。
Why not? Did I do something to make you angry?
ねえ。もういい加減そういうのやめてほしいんだけど。
It's just an art style a lot of people have. I hope so. It better not be Takeshi. Of this?
とぼけないでよ。お願いだから。
Oh wait, what's she saying? I feel like this might be important. I'm not pretending.
しらちらしい。私、もう何もかも分かってるのよ。
Oh. When did this come out? Wasn't it like 2002? Someone said it, I think last stream, and I forgot already. It was around that area. Because I was like, oh, when did Ever 7 come out? Never, whatever. And then they were like 2000. I was like, oh, I thought I might be younger than an Uchikoshi game. Well, one of these ones anyway, and it was not the case. 2003.
まさか、あなたまでもが奴らの仲間だなんて思いもよらなかったけど。
What are you talking about, bestie? Those guys, join up.
あなた、さっき記憶喪失だって言ったわよね。
Yeah.
じゃあ、なんで奴らのことを知ってるの？
We explained all that just a bit ago. I remember meeting you. Are you listening?
嘘つかないで！
Oh my god. Suddenly Sugumi raised her voice.
バカバカしい。とにかく、私は騙されないから、もう二度と私に声をかけないで。いいわね。
Child is evil. Well, I mean, in the bit at the start, he looked pretty evil. Sounded pretty evil, rather. With that, Sugumi strolled away. I couldn't find the words to stop her. I stared after her shrinking back in silence. God, chill. When I returned to the conference room, there was a three-dimensional image of Limu in the center of the table. You, Sarah, Sora, and Takeshi were looking at it and discussing something intensely. Hey, what are you talking about? What a nice lady.
おかえり少年。つぐみは？
I shook my head.
なあ、難しい女の子だろ？
That time I nodded. Sugumi was difficult for sure. I had no idea what she was thinking. There's no point in prying any more into Sugumi's situation. Surely she has her reasons. Yeah. I asked them again. So what were you talking about? I mean, just now.
このような事態が発生した原因について。それから今後の対応策。
Yeah, she's in the
私た
Infinity
ち
Loop.
は何をするべきなのか。それを話し合ってたの。
Oh, the cause of the accident and steps to take, huh? Hey, do you mind filling me in on what you came up with? You can keep it simple.
わかりました。ではもう一度事故の経過についてご説明
No,
いたしましょう。
stop explaining. Saying that Sora touched the holographic image above the table. I thought only you are in the Infinity Loop. It's a lie. It lies to you. Then she said, when he says only you, it's talking about Sugumi. 12:45. Limu was suddenly struck by a blackout. The cause is unclear. Immediately after that, an emergency evacuation order was issued. The cause of this was unclear as well. In the case, the evacuation of Limu by visitors and employees was initiated at this point. 12:54. The emergency doors were activated. What does that mean?
浮島と直結した脱出用の非常口のことです。
It has an Italian Wikipedia page with some Ever 17 enthusiasts. Maybe the person Sarah met that has the Takeshi profile picture were the Italian F-17
非常
stands.
階段の最上部に設けられています。通常よほどのことがない限りこの扉が開かれることはないのですが、
But you're saying that it was opened.
はい、
What exactly does except in extreme circumstances mean?
一概にそう言って良いものかどうか。マニュアルにはこう書かれています。緊急の場合でもお客様には一時的にインゼルヌル上の加減圧室にとどまっていただく必要がある。
Why? But if you have what? But what if you have to escape in a hurry? Why do you have to stop in the decompression
減
chamber?
圧症を防ぐためです。
Decompression sickness.
急激な減圧に伴い血液中に溶けた窒素が気化し血栓等を作ってしまう症状のことです。そのことは
Please
後
don't
ほどご説
explain
明
it.
いたします
I've
の
already
で、
listened to the explanation enough times.
話を先に進めますよ。
Sure. Pets, come on, kid. A lot of people genuinely really like this game a lot. It got some really good reviews. I'll reserve my opinions until we're finished with it. Just not a lot has happened so far. I've been playing the game for a pretty significant amount of time for not a lot to have happened. Surely, soon, so many things are gonna happen. It's gonna go crazy. But I never even heard of these until you mentioned them to me.
This is 私の推測に過ぎませんが、おそらくパニックを起こされたお客様の誰かが混雑する加減圧室を避けて緊急機密費を手動で開いてしまったのだと
I
思
feel
わ
like
れ
it's
ま
gonna
す。
be one of those things that you only realize that stuff that's happening is actually important right at the end. But while you're going through it, you're like, oh, okay, so true. And then you go to tuna sandwich.
そしてこの
And
扉
like
は
the
その
tuna
後
sandwiches are actually an allegory for
ずっと解放され
how
続けてい
we're
たの
all
で
just
す。
being consumed by the system or
これによ
whatever.
り約6気圧に保た
I'm
れ
like,
ていた
oh,
内
so
部の
true.
混合ガ
That
ス
makes a lot
急
of
速に
sense.
外部へと放出されることになりました。
Also, I don't know why Sara's first thought is not to take us to the decompression chamber. Since she's explaining right now that if you go from 6 atmospheres to 1 atmosphere, you would need to go to the decompression chamber, and that's what we did. Tuna sandwich is the equivalent of the snail. I saw that Sarah put the snail image back on. I don't know, is it still there? I hope so. Zero escape. Snail. Yes! It's so good. So I'll continue your explanation. So it's 9 p.m. Helium, since it's lighter than oxygen, nitrogen was released first, and the internal pressure dropped to the equivalent of the external pressure of 1 atmosphere. What leak
も
occurs?
ともとレミューは飽和潜水仕様の設計をもと
I
に
think
し
the
て
tuna
建設された
sandwich is
構造です。
allegory. Oh my god, right? Saturation diving specifications. What does that
内部
mean?
気圧を外部
I
の
don't
水
care
圧
what
と
it
同時
means.
またはそれ以上に高めることによって本体が海水に押しつぶされないようにしていたということなのですが、わかりま
Yes,
すか？
don't explain anymore. I get it. Yeah, I think I get it.
では浸水事故が発生した理由も
Yeah, that's right. Wouldn't it be that Limu was made to keep the internal air pressure and external water pressure the same so it wouldn't be crushed, right? If the air inside completely escaped and the air pressure dropped to 1 atmosphere, then wouldn't the pressure of the seawater push in and finally there would be some tear somewhere in the seawater? No, like, child would be able to know all of this.
ほぼ正解です。すごいですね、少年さん。
Kid-san.
本当に記憶喪失なんですか？
Huh? Yeah, pretty sure.
他に補足すべきことはありません。急激な気圧の減少が今回の浸水事故の主な原因なのです。
if pressing the emergency button could cause the entire facility to start flooding, I feel like maybe you shouldn't make it so random people could just press the emergency button. That's just a thought.
その後、被害を最小限に食い止めるべく、レミが浸水箇所の水密費を自動的に閉鎖しました。
And so we're all trapped in here.
はい。
Pretty big design flaw? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I guess no one thought it was an issue. Maybe it's because I jumped into a complicated discussion, but somewhere in my head felt like it was tearing. Thinking back on Sora's explanation, there were two key points. One, the reason for the complex blackout was unclear. Very complex blackout. What is this facility made for? It's a theme park. Two, the reason for the drop in the air pressure was that we had a stronger leak.
あれ、ちょっと待てよ。
Takeshi, you've been listening quietly until then, spoke.
ここって今1気圧なんだ。
That's an official Russian localization.
ええ、そうですが、何か？
それならさ、俺たちが今耳に装着してるイヤホン、音声変換器。
No, we
これ
need
で
it.
もう必要ないんじゃないのか？
いえ、それはまだつけていてください。
どうして？ヘリウムガスだってほとんど排出されちゃったんでしょ？
Only you remained silent, like she was awkwardly avoiding my gaze.
とにかくそれは外さないでください。
Haha, keep them on. Teehee, no reason. Why not? What reason is there?
理由は
まあ、空がそう言うんだからそれでいいじゃない。別に装着してても全然違和感ないさ、この変換器。確かに今までつけてたのを忘れてたぐらいだね。
But not anymore. Apparently?
でしょ？そんなことよりもこれからどうするのか対応策を検討する方が先だと思うけど、私は。
Italian fan translation that started in 2021? There's still an active Ever 17 community? You love to see it.
対応策か。
You can play it. Well, is it not finished yet? Maybe not. You can play it soon. In Italian. After that, we crossed our arms and started brainstorming, but we couldn't come up with even a single good idea. In the end,
助けを待つしかないってことね。
of course, there was no reason to expect a differing opinion. Nearly an hour had passed since Sugumi had left the room. Sora said that she was going to try to think of a plan and went back to the control room. The remaining four of us didn't have anything to say or do and continued to wait for contact or help from the outside.
つぐみ、戻ってこないね。
She doesn't like us, says Mayo.
このまま一人にしといていいのかな。
いいってことはないだろうな。
ねえ少年、さっきさ、つぐみを追いかけて行ったでしょ？
Yeah.
その時どこに行くとか言ってなかった？
No, she didn't mention anything.
しょうがない。探してみますか。
As if Yu's words were a sign, I stood up. For some reason, Yu made straight for the control room. Huh? Why the control room?
少年、覚えてない？さっき制御室に集まった時、空が言ってたでしょ？生体反応をチェックしてみたらどうたらこうたらって。
He said that?
ああ、確かに言ってたな、そんなこと。ちゃんと話聞いてたのか、少年。
No. I thought I was, but...
その生体反応検出装置みたいなやつを使えばね、きっとつぐみの居所は立ちどころに判明しちゃったりすると思うんだ。
Bioscan. Seemed like one difficult word after another was being thrown at me. Bioscan? Neither of those words are difficult. I wondered if it was part of amnesia. There were so many words and phenomena and systems and stuff that I was at a loss. Sigh. Not thinking I let out a sigh. Incidentally, there was another thing that I hadn't been able to understand. Somewhere along the line, everyone had taken to calling me Kid. The random decision-making process to find a consensus on my name had ended up with me being called Kid. Well, it was better than John Mitochondria anyway. I like John Mitochondria. Still, it was all hard for me to understand. Sigh. Control Zentrum? Yeah. Well, one person who makes the only Remember 11 fan that exists isn't that big of a fan of Ever 17 for all the reasons you could probably think of from your experience. I'll say, obviously, because we're with the Oompies, I'm having a good time. But if I was just playing this for myself, I think there's like a 0% chance that I would have finished it. Unless I literally had nothing else to do. Let's do the translation. Just finished a full translation of another visual novel called Matsuri Bayashi. Amazing. Never heard of it. Hello. I could never play this. Sora tilted her head, looking at us quizzically as we shuffled into the room. Although, I mean, at the same time, what, Steins Gate, I played it for like 20 hours and nothing happened, and everyone says it's like the greatest visual novel of all time, so... Maybe I just have bad taste. A map of Limu was displayed on the monitor. It enlarged and reduced in size, slid, spun, the image twitched and changed in a dizzying way. Hey Sora? Will you really know where Tsugumi is just by running a biosearch for her? Homeothermic animals. There was a little romance in between the tragedy, I would have been entertained, but all we get is tuna sandwiches. No. I know if Steins Gate is Tutaru Lady, so true, she was in it. Mayuzumi Remember 11! Yes! Feels like there aren't any stakes in Ever 17. For the 2 routes I played until 6 seconds before implosion. True! I'm afraid to scroll anywhere in case the spoilers. There was an uncertain bit of light in Zweiтерstock. Where is she? Below that, in a room in Dritterstock, there are also a number of light emitting points overlapping. I figured that was probably the control room. Huh? What is... Just then I noticed something strange. In the corner of the monitor, Life Reading 7 was displayed in small letters. Isn't there something strange about this number? See? I pointed to the corner of the monitor. Life Reading 7. Nana? Okay, well, I guess it's also weird in this one. Maybe the 7th life reading is the hamster. Should have been a total of 6 people trapped in Limu. You, Sora, Tsugumi, Takeshi, and me. Where's Popo? However, the main computer, Lemmy, was indicating that there were 7 people. What? Oh. Oh, it's Coco. And then, life reading's 5, life reading 7, life reading 6. 5, 7, 6, 5, 7, 6. The numbers change by the second. And always the number 6 plus or minus 1. Flustered and out of character, Sora was busily operating the console. I still don't really know what this is. But the numbers continued to fluctuate and there was no sign they would stop. Shifting my eyes to the points of light on the map. Even if the life reading numbers changed, the points of light didn't increase or decrease. That would mean that there's another person out here that didn't get out in time. For a while I watched the number switch. Finally. It stopped on the number 6. Life reading 6. Huh? It stopped on 6. It'd be really funny if it really was just like a computer malfunction and it didn't mean anything. 2 drama CDs. Amazing. I definitely have to I have to see this extra Ever 17 content.
でも結局6で落ち着いたわけだから、これが正解だろうきっと。
そうだよね。よく考えてみれば他に誰かがいるとは思えないし。
But
だって少年、私たちレミューの中をあんなに探し回ったんだよ。なのに誰にも会わなかったじゃん。
that's true, but
まあどっちにしろ館内を歩き回ってみればわかることなんじゃないかな。それよりも今は早くつぐみを捕獲しなきゃ。
secure Tsugumi.
捕獲？保護でしょ？
危険なものから対象を隔離するのが保護。危険なもの、それ自体を隔離するのが捕獲だ。
Wow,
つぐみってそんなに危険なの？
just a lady.
あ、そういやサラもユウもまだまともに話してなかったよな。あの猛獣と。
うん。
よし、それじゃあつぐみ捕獲作戦の開始だ。
You're not gonna explain?
準備はいいかな。
No? Okay, I guess not. We climbed the emergency stairs, aiming for the floor that Tsugumi was on. Only Sora remained in the control room, thinking of ways to escape, trying to reestablish communications, rechecking the complex, and trying to get the other systems that were down back online. We arrived at Vitastock, and when we did, a voice came from the speaker above the
小
corridor.
町さんは今警備室にいるようです。
Figured Sora was using the complex's intercom system to announce Tsugumi's location.
了解。警備室だな。
Takeshi said that towards the ceiling. On the way to the office, you said, "What's the ceiling?" Oh, I guess the speakers were at the ceiling or whatever. It's like, does he know?
ねえ、クラナリ、一つ提案があるんだけど。
ん？
こういうのってさ、女の子だけの方がいいと思う
I've
んだよ
given
ね
up. They say complex too many times.
女の子だけ？
私とマヨ、
Just Mayo and I should go.
その方がつぐみも何かと話しやすいと思うし。
Yeah, I think she'll really love you too.
マヨは別にいいよね。もちろん私は全然 OK
I
で
don't
す
know.
よ。
She didn't seem too okay with her before. Why can't Takeshi and I come along?
こういうのは大抵男性がいるとややこしくなるもんなのよ。4対1だと警戒心を持たれちゃうっていうのもありますよね。
And 2 against 1 doesn't?
あとは勘かな。
Alright, intuition.
私とマヨならうまく誤解を解くことができると思うの。
誤解か。
Good luck.
だってそうでしょ。私たち何にも怒らせるようなことしてないんだから。
That's true. Might be better to just let the 2 girls go instead of going in a group. For some reason, I didn't have any confidence in my ability to get Tsugumi to open up to us, and I was sure that type of thing wasn't one of Takeshi's strong points either.
じゃあお任せすることにしますか。
All I can do is bake tuna sandwich. So with that, you and Sarah headed off to the security office. Takeshi and I were left in the middle of the corridor. Alright, Sarah, it's up to you. You gotta make Tsugumi be nice to us. Oh no. At a loss of what to do.
さてと、どう
Hey,
しようか。
bestie. What do you say? Oh, what do you
警
say?
備室の前で待ってみるか
What。did you say? I don't think that would accomplish anything, but
じゃあどうするよ。
I don't know.
ここはひとまず館内の見回りかな。
I've had enough of that.
俺はまだやってない。
You, Sarah, and I walked so much that we just about wore holes in our shoes. Vita stock, Dritta stock, everywhere.
そんなこと言うんなら一緒にメリーゴーランドでも乗るか。
I don't know. 2 guys on the merry-go-round sounds kinda. Sounds like what? Excuse me? I can't believe this.
だろ？
Yeah?
まあとにかく俺はレミューの中を一通りチェックしてみることにする。
Moving Takeshi's so bad.
自分の目で確かめないと納得できないたちだから
Oh,
さ。
that wasn't a yeah, we should do it anyway. It was a yeah, okay, that's a terrible idea. Can't believe this. So Takeshi and I split up to search. They're both homophobic. Can't believe this. We agreed to meet up at 9:30 p.m. Oh, it's only in 21 more minutes. We were to meet in front of the security office.
レミューは水面下に3つの層を持っています。エルストボ
Why are
ー
we
ダー、
here?
スバイトストック、ドリットシュトック。
Kids amnesia didn't erase homophobia? Oh, yeah, so true.
各フロアの間隔は17メートルです。フロアを1つ降りれば17メートル
Yeah, okay, I
高
know.
くなります。したがって3階、ドリットシュトックは水深51メ
Yeah,
ートル
I
の
know.
位置に沈んでいることになりますね。
With all of that time in my hands, I visited Sora in the control room. Didn't someone mention go to the control room and they were like, no, that wouldn't accomplish anything. Oh, no, that was the security office. Okay, very different. Sora politely and in an easy to understand way explained to me about Limu, of which I was almost entirely
ド
ignorant.
リットの外には約5気圧の水圧プラス大気圧1気圧で合計約6気圧の海水が
I
満ちてい
believe
ることになります。
this game. I have to flirt with the woman and is homophobic.
仮に
Terrible.
ドリットから突然
Can't
海中
even
に
ride
出
a
てしまった場合
merry-go-round with my bestie.
肺が6分の1に押しつぶされるか、または肺溶石の6分の5の海水が肺に流れ込んで、おそらくは数分以内に絶命するでしょう。
Great. Can I ask a question?
どうぞ。
How much pressure exactly is 5 atmospheres of water pressure? It's hard to
1気
imagine.
圧は1平方センチメートルあたり1キログラムの重さがかかっていることを言います。レミューの内外の気圧差は5気圧ですから、その5倍、1平方センチメートルあたり5キログラムの力が加わっていると考え
No idea what she's talking about. 5 kilograms of weight per square centimeter. So for each meter, it would be 100 times 100 or 50
正解で
tons.
す。
But what about those people that skin dive? You had the same conversation, but with Takeshi.
フリーダイビングの現在の世界記録は150メートルです。アクアラングをつけてそれなりの手順を踏めば、おそらく35メートルぐらいなら誰でも潜れるでしょう。
Surprised with all these water safety pressure procedures put in place, they don't have at least one diving suit with an O2 tank. Or just like escape pods. I was thinking about this. If the first floor flooding would completely cut off everyone in the second and third floor from the surface, I feel like there should be something to get them out in an emergency. But no, apparently not. You just have to wait to die.
しかしその場合、肺に送り込むエアーは高圧のガスを用います。
Nintendo's just announced some big news. Oh, what is that? I can't wait. Big Base Arcade Word Searcher 3 and Hello Kids Volume 1 Coloring and Painting on the DSi shop. Amazing.
素潜りの場合は息を止めて潜るわけですが、素人だったら20メートルが限界ですね。それ以上になるとかなりの熟練が必要になります。
Wow, is that right?
それから大事なことがもう一つ。仮に水圧に耐えることができたとして、
Oh, she's trying to say the thing about swimming up a building.
あなたは51メートルの
Just
上にある海
announced
面
May
まで泳ぎ
16,
切ることができる
2011.
でしょうか。
I did see this. Why are people responding to it today? Word Searcher 3's kind of mid, not gonna lie. Easily the worst of the trilogy. Amazing. 51 meters. How high is that? 51 meters.
15階建てのビルを想像してみてください。あるいは3階建ての校舎を5個積み重ねたものでも良いかもしれません。
5 schools stacked. No way, I couldn't swim that.
では10階建てのビルではどうですか？水深34メートル。スバイトシュトックが
Like
この
float,
位置にあり
right?
ます。
A bit. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. 34 meters. I think I might be able to handle that. Well, somehow, I think I could.
泳ぐんですよ。歩いたり走ったりするわけではないんですよ。
But 34 meters, that's right over there. Well, I would float. Actually, I think it would be easier than walking the distance on land. See, look, that's what I'm saying.
少年さんは水深34メートルの水圧がどれほど軽いか
No! I'd have never
全く
swam
分かっていらっしゃら
34
ないようです
meters
ね。
in the ocean before. Huh? Now, hold on just a minute. Just a second ago, you were talking about it even if one could endure the water
そん
pressure.
な過程は無意味です。水圧を抜きにしてこの問題を語ることはできません。
Sorry, you said.
いいですか？もう一度だけ想像してみてください。水深34メートル、10階建てのビルの屋上まで泳ぎ切ることができますか？
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a severe edge to Sora's way of putting it. He's trying to gaslight us into thinking that we can't swim it. Just try to trap us here. Felt like there was something of a warning contained within her words. Sora, you don't really think that I would try to break out of Rider Stock and swim to freedom, do
し
you?
ませんよね。
Ah, no way. Why would you think that reckless and crazy?
いえ、それならばいいのですが。
It's fine, I understand. Right now, all we can do is patiently wait for help, right?
はい、そうです。
Saying that, Sora gave a big nod. The true ending, we're gonna be swimming out. I can feel it. We'll be like, oh, well, Sora told us not to, and then we're like, she's evil, and then we swim out. As I was so involved with my chat with Sora, I missed the appointed meeting time. I left the control room and headed towards the meeting point in front of the security office, but Takeshi was nowhere to be seen. Hey, Takeshi! I called out to him, but there was no answer. Glancing at the door of the security office, I saw that it was open. I decided to take a peek inside the room. No one was there. Not you, Sora, nor Sugumi. Hey, Sora! Sora, everybody, where are you? Looked up at the bare ceiling and called out. I figured Sora would be in the control room monitoring me. But apparently she wasn't. In the forest, the water we see is just screens. The speakers in the ceiling remain painfully silent, yet we're actually in the Nevada desert. Oh, don't worry, the happy music is playing when we're lost in a big facility and we can't find anyone and we're 8 years old. I wonder what I should do. Thought as I wandered, walking through the corridors. First, to go to the tuna sandwich shop. Jellyfish gondola. Wow. The jellyfish gondola. Sugumi was there. Hey, bestie. Her back was to me and she was looking at the entrance. Called out to her loudly. Wanna ride the gondola? Sugumi turned to look at me. But she immediately turned on her heel and walked away. Wait a minute.
私さっき言ったわよ。
Wow.
もう二度と声をかけないで。
But
そう言ったでしょ。
Sugumi started walking again. Hey, I said wait.
何よ、しつこいわね。
You pronounce the E? You might. Quali? Is that better? You and Sarah, right?
だから、
No? Oh well. What did you talk
あな
about?
たには関係ない。そんなこと聞くために私を呼び止めたわけ？
No. The real reason is something else. Before you said something about those guys or something, right? Quali? What do you mean by that? Sugumi stared at me intently. She narrowed her eyes, almost as if she were appraising me. Make the most unlikable character challenge? So mean, she's like traumatized or something. Intimidated by her intense glare, my body stiffened and I swallowed.
あなた一体何者なの？
I don't know. I wish I did know.
Qualle.
Never speak to me ever again. I wish I did know.
分かった。もしもあなたが嘘をついてないとしたら、一つだけ忠告しといてあげる。
What?
あなたはきっと利用されてるのよ、やつら。
By who? Using me? So who do you mean when you say those guys?
これ以上は言えない。私、まだあなたのこと 100% 信用したわけじゃないの。
The koala? Yeah, that's the one.
逆に私のことを信用してもらっても困るし。とにかく自分の身は自分で守りなさい。何が起きても私はあなたのことを助けるつもりはない。
Does it mean something? Hold on, does it say it on the website? I closed it immediately. I'm just gonna put it in Google Translate. Koali. Which one? Amazing. Oh wait, no, that's in Corsican. Okay, I don't think that's jellyfish. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Saying only that, Sugumi turned and left. Having no idea what just happened, I simply stood there. I thought I would go somewhere else. Let's go to the merry-go-round. You can tell us about a dead dad or whatever. The merry-go-round. Several dozen dolphins were connected in a circle. There were no horses, no carriages. There were no children's voices. SpongeBob goes quallen fishing. We were all trapped in that place. We didn't even ride. No, we didn't. We did. I guess we didn't want to do it by ourselves. It would be too sad. We're not gonna ride this either. Probably. Thinking that, it was hard for me to believe that the scenery spreading before me was reality. What am I doing here? A thought popped into my mind. What I was experiencing there seemed much more bizarre to me than the fact that I'd lost my memory. In other words, my doubts about the past were less than my sense of unease about the present. I was overcome by a sense that my existence was floating away. Hey! I will say, it feels like more things are happening in this one than in the Takeshi route. But it's only like little crumbs. Not exactly. Oh, that reminds me. How are things with Tsugumi? Characters were very popular. Mayuzumi, as that person on Twitter said, Mayuzumi was great. Just make her Mayuzumi again, and then I'll like her. What do you mean? If she's hungry, well, I've got just the food for her. Why are you so mad? This was before Mayuzumi. Yeah, I guess they had to refine refine that archetype until we got to Mayuzumi, who is peak. And what did she say? So it was a big zero? Missed Chie Orange Ray Amamiya haircut. And get her out. Saying that, you started walking. She got on the platform of the merry-go-round and petted the fin of a dolphin. Followed after you and jumped on the back of a dolphin. Oh, are we actually going merry-go-rounding? I'm having an existential crisis, I think. I was looking for everyone. When I went to the security office, nobody was there. What about you, you? What were you doing? Alone? Why is she so close to the camera? I don't know, because we got closer to her, I guess? So we can see you in all the amazing close-up HD glory. What did he say? I don't think I read that. You cast a lonely look at the dolphin as she patted its smooth skin. Amazing. Probably because it's not turned on. There should be an operating panel around here somewhere. Yeah? Yeah, probably. 4KU gaming, exactly.
海の中を泳いだり魚を捕まえたりするの？
No. What?
私さっき思ったんだけど、レミューの中にはイルカもクジラも魚も貝もタコだってクラゲだってイソギンチャクだっているのに
He's a
さ。
plastic
でも
bestie.
それって本当は全部生き物じゃないんだよね。
Of course not. They're all made by
当た
people.
り前かな。例えば深い森の中では生きていないものを探す方が難しいでしょ。
What is it? Why are you trying to say what's your point, bestie?
木も草も鳥も昆虫も土の中の微生物だってみんな生きてるんだもん。
Okay, so true. In nature, everything is alive.
だけどここはどう？こんな広い空間の中で生きてるのは私たちだ
That
け
thing
なん
under
だ
the
よ。
seaweed. I love that guy. I do also like him. I assume you mean on the right, the little pink guy.
海の中の楽園なのにね。
Great.
この楽園では生きてることの方が
I do think the
珍しいのかもしれ
utopia thing will
ない。
be relevant later, but I don't know how yet.
つまり私たちは邪魔者、死の世界に紛れ込んだ
What are you talking about?
なんだと思う。
It's okay, you. The water is alive and we're surrounded by it. So true. You petted the dolphin. The dolphin's deformed plastic smile didn't move at all. A steel rod was stuck into its belly. Do you hate Limu, you?
難しい問題ね。
Just wait until she steps foot into any building.
好きとか嫌いとかそういうのは考えたことなかったな。
But you liked it enough to start working here, right?
う
No, you
ん、
didn't?
違うよ。
Well, then why? I question you tilted her head. And she just clammed up and started wandering around one of the dolphins. Finally, her feet stopped and you quietly faced me.
大切なものを探してるの。
Something
お
important.
父さんの手がかり。実はね、私のお父さんレミューの開発部門で働いてたの。
We knew this already. Research and development?
私も詳しくは聞いてないんだけど、お父さんレミのプログラムを作ってたみたい。
Lemmy? Lemmy? Isn't that Limu's control computer?
もちろん一人でやってたわけじゃないよ。そのプロジェクトの一員として開発に携わってた
Just finding out people work even when they don't like it. That's crazy. Everyone doesn't love their job? Huh? Is that so? But what did you mean by clue?
お父さんね、お父さんある日突然いなくなっちゃったんだ。
Takeshi route getting more L's? We'd learned this even on a different route. What?
行方不明になっちゃったの。
Zero useful information was garnered on Takeshi's route that we couldn't have gotten somewhere else. When?
それが物心ついた時にはすでにいなくって、私が1歳の
Sad
時、
music.
つまり今から17年前のことね。
17 years ago. So you don't remember I never knew my father.
写真とかムービーとかでしか見たことはなくて、ちゃんとした記憶は残ってないの。全然。
You don't have any memories? No, that's my
今
thing.
言ったことも全部お母さんから聞いた話で、
But why? Why did he disappear?
それが分かればこんなところまで来たりしないよ。
She just said she was trying to find clues, bestie. What do you mean?
お父さんの姿が最後に目撃されたのはこのレミューの中だったの。だからここに来れば消えたお父さんの手がかりが何か見つかるかもしれないって。お母さんはもう諦めちゃってるみたいだから。
That guy we found in the basement that one time could have been a father, maybe. She wouldn't have known what he looks like if she hasn't seen him since she was 1 year old.
お母さん、お父さんのこと死んじゃったんだって思ってるみたい。
The word dead had a heavy ring to it. You looked straight at me as her eyes watered.
でもね、 私は信じてるの。お父さんは絶対どこかで生きてるんだよ。
I also think it's like probably relevant that we all of us died. Nobody died while we were in Limu, but then as soon as we went to the place called Heaven, everybody died. Surely that's not important. Love this trauma dump. Yeah, she's trauma dumping on a child also.
だってそうでしょ。お父さんはただ行方不明になっただけで遺体が見つかったわけじゃないんだし。
I couldn't find any words. I didn't know what to say to her. She might have been waiting for me to say something like, "You're right, he's probably alive somewhere." I couldn't say it. I just nodded and couldn't even look back into her eyes. Plus we got amnesia. Also true. Oh, never mind. Finally, we promised to meet later in the conference room and split up. I thought I'd go somewhere else. Let's go to the warehouse. Lager house. I wound up in front of the warehouse. I don't expect anyone is here, but what's that? The watertight door at the entrance was slightly open. I was sure it was closed when I come by there with you and everyone. What is this? What is this? Is anyone there? Softly open the door. Oh, hey, bestie. Thanks, I ate it. Huh? Sarah? Sarah was inside. She was sitting on top of a pile of boxes. What are you doing in here? I don't know if I'd surprised her, but her face seemed to stiffen.
なんだ、少年か。脅かさないでよ。
Is this Japan or Germany? It's Japan, I think. But the place was made by Germany people? Who knows? Maybe we are in Germany. Sorry. After shooting me a slight glare, Sarah stuck her hands in her pockets and dropped to the floor. That'll be the big twist at the end of the game. It's like, actually, we're in Germany. What are you doing here?
ちょっと一人になりたかったの。
This is a new banger, I think. Alone? This is the Sarah theme? You had said almost the same thing. What happened with Sugumi?
別に何も。
Well, you seem pretty down.
結局何も話してくれなかったってこと。私たちだけで空回りしてるみたいで、なんだか疲れちゃって。
I see. Feminine intuition aside, not even the two girls have been able to get through to her, even though there was no apparent reason for Sugumi to hold a grudge. What could Sugumi have been so angry with us about? Finally, we promised to meet later in the conference room and split up. Thought I would go somewhere else. Oh, well, amazing. The control room. I went to the control room again. What's up? Any progress?
いえ、残念ながら
Persona 3 fans would lose their mind.
レミでさえ
Oh.
事態を正確に把握することができていないようなのです。
I saw some of those posts. I just tried not to pay attention. I didn't know what was going on.
こんなこと普通では考えられないことなのですね。
Oh, that reminds me, Sarah. Did you know?
はい、
Did you
何を
know
でしょうか。
that Yu's father made Lemmy?
え、そうなのですか。初耳です。それは。
Of course, he didn't make it all by himself. Said her dad was a member of the development project team.
そうですか。大変興味深いお話です。
By the way, why is Lemmy called Lemmy?
あれ、まだお教えしていませんでしたか。
No, I haven't heard.
レミの正式名称はライプリヒメデツィン・ムリティフィル・ファーレン・インテリゲント・ヒル・ジューステームと言います。
Hello, Google Translate. Okay, well, this one might take a while. Lieblich Medizin Multiverfahren Intelligent. I mean, some of it I can assume system. Physical medicine, multi-procedure, intelligent brain system. So true. I'm sure that is an amazing translation from Google Translate. Thank you so much. You told us that confidence a kid is just spreading it around. Yeah, just tell me one. Huh? What was that? Can you give it to me one more time? I think it's just the name of the company. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Medicine, multi-method, intelligent brain system. I think it was very similar to what it was before. What language is that? What does it mean? Oh. First part. Oh, that's just the name of the company? Okay, so true. So we still got multi-method intelligent brain system. That's not what Google Translate told me at all. Parallel processing artificial intelligence system. So not multi-method intelligent brain system then.
LEMMIH すなわちレミシステムと呼ばれるようになりました。
I see. Google gave you the literal translation. Yeah. Hey, there are two things I wanted to ask you.
何でしょう?
That what was it again?
ライプリヒメディチン。日本ではライプリヒ製薬と呼ばれています。
What's this relationship between Lieblich and Limu?
このテーマパークを運営しているのはレミューという名前の株式会社です。そしてこの会社の筆頭株主がライプリヒ製薬なのです。
I see. So essentially, I guess that Lieblich has the right to say whatever happens at Limu.
そのように解釈していただいても差し支えないと思われます。そもそもこのテーマパークの名前の由来も
We are in Japan, so the people that named it everything is German. Don't worry about it.
表向きには幻の大陸レムリアにち
It
な
was
んで
named after that place from Golden Sun 2.
実際にはライプリヒメディチンとウトピーの頭文字を取ってレミューと命名されたんだそうです。
Utopia?
ウトピー、ユートピア。
Oh, thank you.
つまりライプリヒ製薬のプロデュースによって建設された夢のような理想郷、楽園。そんな意味が込められているということになります。
That was a tough one. I know, I never would have guessed. Utopia, huh?
2つ目の質問は何でしょうか?
Well, it's about German. I have many questions about German.
ドイツ語ですか?
Yeah, you said that Lemmy's official name is German, right? Also about Limu with these German signs and stuff. I wonder why German?
それはライプリヒ製薬が日本とドイツの合弁
Actually,
企
in
業だ。
Germany, we just don't know. Yeah, the big circle and the little circle spinning around is actually to represent Japan and Germany, and whichever one is the big circle and the little circle is up to interpretation. Number 11 tip mentioned all of this, and I've forgotten all of it also, so
本社はフランクフルトにありますし、役員
I
の
guess we
大
all
半も
forgot
ドイツ人に決められています。
except Yosh. So that's why it's all in German. So Lieblich Pharmaceuticals has a pretty strong relationship with Limu then. Since I'm asking, can I ask one more thing?
どうぞ。
Why did Lieblich Pharmaceuticals want to run a theme park anyhow? I mean, we're talking about Lieblich Pharmaceuticals. They make medicine, right? That doesn't seem to have anything to do with the theme park. And this is right in the middle of the ocean, right? Why to go to all the trouble of...
それは申し訳ありません。その質問にはお答えすることはできま
I
せ
can
ん。
answer it. I can answer the question. What? Why not?
企業秘密だからです。
Confidential. Haha, what in the... Who could I possibly tell? Can't imagine that a kid like me finding out could cause any damage. Really can't even tell little old me? Sorry I've gone quiet and wasn't answering. Okay, I understand. We'll just forget about it.
本当にすみません。
It's alright, you don't have to apologize. You have to keep the secret as part of your job, right? There's nothing you can do about it.
わかりました。 では一つだけお教えしましょう。レミューは外部から電力を供給してもらっているのではなく、艦内に
Doesn't have anything to do with what we were asking about.
水深119メートルの位置に海底があるのですが、この海底にある熱水噴出口から数百度という極めて高い温度の水を汲み上げ、その熱を利用して
Literally, no
発電機を
askers.
稼
I
働させてい
did
る
not
のです。
ask. I was asking about why there was a medical company would want to build a theme park. And now she's just telling us that we've got geothermal vents. I waited for the rest of the explanation. Sorry I didn't say anything more. And what does that have to do with what we were just talking about? So I'll let the question go.
そろそろ仕事を再開してもよろしいでしょうか。
Lady only cares about how deep we are in the ocean. It seems like it. Oh, sorry to bother you. I gave up and left. Limu was controlled by a Japanese-German joint venture called Liebling Pharmaceuticals. Why would they build a theme park? And what could it have to do with the fact that they generated their own energy? I left with that mystery spinning in my mind. I thought I'd go somewhere else. To the only place. This is all happening after Satoru's funny quantum teleportation experiment. I guess I didn't hardly. No, it was fine. Nobody found out about it. To the security office. Oh, Takeshi! I was surprised upon returning to the security office. Takeshi was there. I wonder what he's up to. He had both hands on the operating panel and was staring into the monitor intently. I was about to call out to him, but I hesitated. The gaze that Takeshi had leveled on the monitor was so intense that it made my spine tingle. He had the eyes of a hawk scouring the horizon for prey. Takeshi. I finally got out the words. Takeshi slowly looked back at me.
お、少年、やっと来たかね。待ちくたびれたぞい。
Look on Takeshi's face was his normal old goofy expression. We do know Goofy. I felt relieved. What were you doing? You looked so intense that it was scary.
あ？怖い顔？
Yeah, just now you looked scary.
失礼なやっちゃな。
It's
俺
kind
の
of
顔のどこ
rude.
が怖いって言うんじゃい。
It's different now, but before it was scary.
おう？じゃあどれだけ怖かったのか見せてみ。
Huh? I think your face was kind of like this, glowing at the monitor. I tried to mimic how Takeshi had looked by using my fingers to pull up both of my eyes.
なんじゃそりゃ。全然怖くねえよ。
I don't like Takeshi's laugh. Don't try and pretend it was nothing.
あ、すまんすまん。
It's so
俺はな、
violent.
お前さんを探してたんだよ。
What? Never say that to me again. For me?
おう。お前さんいつまで経っても来ないからな。館内放送で呼び出してやろうかと思って。
Huh?
ひょっとしたらどこかで迷子になってビービー泣いてるんじゃないかと。
What are you talking about? I was about to say the same thing to you. You weren't here at the time we set up. Where have you been until
あ
now?
っきゃろ。その時いなかったらお前だろ。
Is this gonna be the
し
same
なかったくせに。
same thing as in Remember 11? They'll be like, oh, his clock was wrong by 10 minutes. And we never found out because that one time we asked Sora for the time, she was like, yeah, okay, I'll tell you. And then Sugumi was like, we need to go now. And then she left. I did Mary go round together calling him your dear? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Some things are okay, but riding a gondola together, that's absolutely not. I might catch the gay disease. Oh, sorry about that. But you could have waited a little longer.
俺は忙しいんだ。お前のことだけ構ってるわけにはいかねえんだよ。
Busy? You?
そう。俺は多忙なんだ。
Liar. Until a while ago, we were wasting time together. Stop!
なあ。もうやめないか？こんな身のない口論。
What if we rode a gondola together and we were both boys? Marge Simpson!
だろ？
It is kind of stupid. We both laughed wryly. That dissolved any tension that was in the atmosphere. I didn't get it. But at some point, I began to feel comfortable with him. Thought there was something about him. Something like me, maybe. Oh my god!
ところでどうよ？何か思い出せてきたかね？
Saying that, Takeshi sat down in a chair. His eyes were at the same height as me. Any changes? You mean my memory? Takeshi nodded. I shook my head.
そっか。でもまあ焦るなや。空も言ってたけど、記憶喪失ってのはほんの些細なきっかけで突然治ったりするもんだ。
Easy for you to say, it's not your problem.
人事だからな。
Say it like you've seen it happen.
まあな。何せ俺様は全知全能だか
What,
ら。
you met a lot of people with amnesia? Sure, sure, tell me about it. I didn't feel like crying.
まあとりあえずだ。まずは手近なところから
Why
思い
don't
出
you
してみ
just
たら
try to remember things? Okay, thanks. Thanks, Takeshi. I'll try that.
そうだな。誕生日とか。
Birthday?
どうした？
Hey, what year is it?
お前、そんなことも忘れちゃったのか？
Just remember things. I don't know why I didn't try that one before. Yeah.
今年はな、西暦2000何年だっけ？
Bestie. Saying that, Takeshi fished his entrance ticket stub from his pocket.
ああ、そうそう。2017年だ。
Takeshi crumpled the stub back up and pushed it back into his pocket. 2017.
それがどうかしたのか？
Yeah, kind of.
ちょっと？
Thought that if I heard the year, then I might be able to remember at least my
そう
birthday.
か。そういえばお前、自分の年齢もわからないんだったよな。
Like 50 years old. No.
見た感じだと42歳。
Oh, so true. That's what I'm saying. What?
冗談だよ、冗談。そんなわけないだろうが。多分14、15歳ってとこじゃないかな。
Sorry, I spoiled what year it was. Can't believe this.
仮に18歳だとしたらかなりの童顔だ。
14 or 15, huh? I'm not at that.
さてと、俺はもう行くぞ。実はまだ見回りが終わってねえんだ。
Oh, hey, Takeshi. Seems like everyone's scattered all over right now.
まあそうだな。もう少ししたらどっかに集合しないとな。
I like kid's personality more than Takeshi, but I don't like his monologues. The monologues are funny. I think the conference room would be
わ
good.
かった。みんなに会ったらそう伝えとくよ。
Yeah, Takeshi, we just kind of went around, and when someone was like, hey, I'm kind of sad that we're all gonna die soon, he was like, just be happy, just like get over it. And then it was okay until Tsugumi was like, maybe don't tell me to get over it, and then crushed a hamster. And it was like, do you understand now? We're like, okay, I guess. Takeshi left. I also decided to go somewhere else. Listening to play this, she loved Satoru's monologues. On the way down the corridor, I noticed a sound. I looked for the source of the sound. Someone was crossing the corridor where it came to a T ahead of me. A girl? It was a girl that I'd never seen before. I followed after her as if I were being pulled in by her. Hey, wait, you there. The girl went into the infirmary. No one was inside. Carefully crept toward the rear of the room. I noticed a squarish hole cut out of the floor. I peeked inside. Down below, a small lift was stopped. It appeared that there was another room directly below the infirmary. I pushed the button calling the lift and hopped in. In the darkness, a girl sat on the bed. I was at a loss for words. I didn't know where to start. The girl just stared at me intently. It's Coco. Didn't this happen in the other room and we saw Haruhi and then she turned into Coco or something? Who is this child? It's Coco! The girl just stared at me intently. It's alright. Don't worry, everything's alright. She didn't answer. Anyway, let's go to where everybody else is.
みんな
Yeah, it's not just me. There are lots of other people.
助けに来てくれたの？
Yeah, that's right.
でもきっと無理だよ。
Huh?
もうどこにも出られないんだ。
The girl's eyes were sad and moist. Why do you say that? We'll be fine. A rescue team should be here any time. I think she's not talking about in a literal sense. Didn't we have a flashback of the scene when we were third person? I don't remember if it was when we were a third person or... Oh no, yeah, we definitely did. I think. But it was... Haruhi, right? I don't remember. But we also saw this on Takeshi's route. I don't remember if it was Haruhi or Coco. I think it was Coco, and she was just like sat in here. I'm like, Coco, what are you doing in this hole? And she's like, oh, nothing. How many routes have you done? 1. This is the second one.
嘘
It's not a lie. People who escaped know that we're here. Someone will come for sure. Why are you saying that it's wrong?
だって
Then suddenly a shocked look appeared on the girl's face as her eyes focused behind me. I followed her gaze. The other side of the door is Takeshi peeking in.
誰と話してるんだ
Takeshi, what great timing. It seems this girl, she's not going to be there when we look back. It seems this girl doesn't get out
女
either.
の子女の子なんていないじゃないか
Huh? I looked back. The girl had vanished, and there was no sign that anyone had been sitting where she had been. Impossible.
おいおいやめてくれよ記憶喪失の次は幻覚か
I don't memory loss and working on hallucinations
か
now.
なり重症みたいだな
Honestly, you're not missing very much by missing the Takeshi route that we did. Not a lot happened. No, I'm not seeing things. There was a girl here. She was sitting on this bed.
なあ少年
More has happened in this little bit that we've done than in the entirety of the Takeshi route that we did. Who's third person? No, not like a third person, but as in the third person, as in the narrating style, like first person, second person, third person. What?
腹減らないか
Oh, is it time? Hungry? Who cares about that right now? There's a girl here. A girl, I tell you.
わかったわかった女の子がないたんだよなそうかそうか
He's gaslighting us. You don't get it at
いい
all.
からいいからその話は後でゆっくり聞いてやるからさ
But
でもじゃないお兄さん怒っちゃうぞ
it's like when John goes to his fake Moogle and he's like, look at all the Moogles, and I look at it and there's no Moogles there.
みんなお前のこと待ってんだよ一緒に飯食おうと思って
Yeah, and like the, I don't know what, I guess you call it the neutral route, like right at the start. The narrator is in third person before we pick a route, and we don't really know why, but there is a section where the narration is in third person. Well then, what are we gonna do about the girl? I'm sure the girl is probably starving too.
これはもう完全に言っちまってるな
I'm not crazy. It was a girl right there. Shut up about the girl. In the end, I couldn't get Takeshi to listen to me. Before going to the conference room, I peeked into the control room. Bioscan figure was eating at my mind. Life reading's 5. The number had dropped from 6 to 5. Are we just gonna skip over that? Okay, I guess it's fine. Everyone was in the conference room. Sorry, Coco, no tuna sandwiches. We didn't. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say we didn't go to the tuna sandwich shop. And then I looked over at the screen and it said tuna sandwich. There were fried tuna sandwiches and drinks secured from the sandwich shop for everyone. Only Sugumi was absent. I wondered where she had gone, but more than that, I was worried about her. I told everyone about the girl, but everyone just laughed and not one of them listened. No one else had seen the girl. I remembered the bioscan figure. 7. That girl was probably person number 7. But the number had been 5 and 6 as well. What could it mean? An image of the girl had been burned into my mind and there was no getting away from it. I wondered if it was like Takeshi had said, a hallucination. I want you to know that I found a tuna sandwich shop in Yakuza 7 after you left the call. Did you buy many tuna sandwiches? I hope so. Someone's dead. Who cares? We got tuna sandwiches. If not, then a ghost? See, look, there is a ghost. He tried to gaslight me. Ah, that was crazy. But one, you need to buy more in memoriam of Ever 17. I shook my head at my own silliness. Maybe I was losing it. Something had to be wrong with me. I needed to calm down and collect myself. Well, I thought that. I flipped up the tab on the can of cola. Too short. At first, I didn't know what had happened. I licked the liquid around my lips. It was sweet. It was almost as if the cola exploded into my face. It was so funny. Laugh at the amnesiac. Stop! Foo, 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 foo. Stop laughing at me! Everyone exploded into a chorus of
あ
laughter.
あ、もう何やってんのよ、少年。
You said that laughing. Why are you so small, moment?
その間、レミューの特殊ガスの気圧に合わせて6気圧で封入してあるんだから。でも、今ここは1気圧でしょ。だから、ちゃんと手で押さえて開けないと、そんな風に中の炭酸が噴出して。
As she laughed, Sarah took out a handkerchief. I took it and wiped my face. I was enveloped in laughter. Without noticing, I'd forgotten everything that had been weighing on my mind. Anyway, almost an hour had passed. No help had come, there was no contact. The people on the floating island should have known that we were all trapped down below. So why didn't anyone come? Even if they couldn't open the watertight doors, there should have been divers that could tap on the window glass or something.
皆さん、今晩はもうお休みになられた方がいいと思います。
Carbon monoxide! Oh my god! We better not be putting carbon monoxide in there.
後のことは私にお任せください。
See that Sarah grin.
休むって言ってもどこで？
仮眠室みたいなのってないの？
水没した区画にありますが、ドライエリアには残念ながら。その代わりと言ってはなんですが、
Oh, where have you
別の
prepared
場所をご
bestie?
用意してあります。
Another.
場所？ちょっと待ってよ、ソラ。
You're not saying that 4 people have to sleep in this cramped space. There's a place where I'd seen the girl.
っていうか、この部屋って
It's the
何？
decompression
ご説明
chamber.
申し上げます。ここは医療用の加減圧室です。
My theory about the compression being an allegory for the compression of time and different timelines is getting more weight by the minute.
この部屋で減圧症の治療を行うことができます。
The bends.
減圧症？
はい、通常レミューから外に出るときには6気
Is
圧から
it?
1気圧
Absolutely. See, look, that child was in here.
ゆっくりと減圧しなければな
Don't
りませ
like
ん。
this room because it's a Uchikoshi moment all by itself.
しかし皆さんは今回の事故により急激な気圧変化を経験されています。もしかしたら減圧症にかかっているかもしれません。
Yeah, that's why we're hallucinating
そ
and
こで
seeing
皆さん
fake
には
girls.
念のためこの部屋の中で再加圧をしていただきたく。
But there's nothing wrong with
軽
us.
い減圧症はすぐに自覚症状が現れるわけではないのです。
Room where you found the weird photo in VLR? What weird photo?
一晩二晩経ってから痛み出すこともあります。
やばいと気づいてからじゃ遅い？
はい、つまり念には念を入れてということで。
ねえ、ソラ。救護室にあるほらあれ、いろんな病状を診断できる装置があったじゃない？
LMRI のことですか？
そうそう、それ。あれでスキャニングすれば減圧症にかかってるかどうかすぐにわかるんじゃないの？
残念ながらそれはでき
No,
ません。
it's not.
なんで？
先ほど見たところ、あの装置は故障中のようです。検証と修理にそれなりの手間と時間を要してし
Was
まい
it
ます。
broken in the other room? I swear we used it, but maybe we fixed it somehow.
そうなんだ。ねえ、一つ聞いてもいい？
なんでしょう。
減圧症のこともうちょっと詳し
No,
く知りたいん
let's
だけど。
don't ask. Why? Why? You didn't have to ask any more questions. We could have just slept in the decompression chamber and then it would have been
わかり
over.
ました。
Now she's gonna give us a massive monologue about decompression sickness.
減圧症は周囲に
The
急
scratch
激な
cat
気圧
swimsuit.
変化が起こ
Oh,
った際に体内
oh.
に排出できないガスが溜まってしまうために起こるものです。
So
ガ
true.
スは気泡となって筋組織や静脈中などに
Thanks,
とど
Sarah.
まります。
Now we have to listen to Sora's lecture about
ガスが体内に多く残っていると 酸素呼吸効率が著しく低下します。
それってどんなに深呼吸しても窒息したみたいに苦しくなるってことか。
はい、そこでこの部屋を密閉して高濃度の酸素を注入。一旦約3気圧まで再加圧し、その後ゆっくりと減圧し、再び1気圧に戻します。圧力差を利用して体内の気泡を再び血液中に溶け込ませ、呼吸によって自然に排出できるようにするわけです。
つまりカンコーラが噴出しないようにしてやるわけか。
We should bring all the cans in here.
ええ、その通りです。
オッケー、わかったよ。
The decompression process took place over several hours, but boy, it was cramped. What's this horrible noise? I wondered where in the world Sugumi could have gone. Shouldn't Sora have been undergoing decompression as well? I wonder why she's not. I was so tired that my mind and body felt numb, but strangely sleep didn't come for me. Takeshi had monopolized the bed. He was breathing deeply and peacefully, sleeping so well in an emergency like that. You, Sarah, and I sat on the floor. Next time I'll ask about the things in our ears. No. That's not better. I gradually got annoyed with Takeshi sleeping like a log. There's still 4 hours until the decompression was complete. The night was long. I wondered how much time had passed since the pressurization had started. I noticed that the date had already changed. The date? On what? I waited on the hard floor for the treatment to finish. Great, Muna. It was the only one of us.
さいわね、このバカは。先輩、眠れません。
Who sleeps like that? Takeshi does. Takeshi's sleep talking echoed throughout the room. We were mentally drained. 3 of us were in no state to sleep. It was worse than that. Gradually, we had started to go mad. Why don't we just wake him up and tell him?
だよ。寝言とかいびきって本人の意思とは無関係なんだから。
Could tape his mouth shut?
それよりも濡れた
Oh my god!
かぶせる方が。
Sarah, I can't believe you would suggest waterboarding our poor friend Takeshi. Wouldn't that kill him?
そうね。っていうか、そもそもなんでこのベッドで寝てんだの？
You let the bed have a swift kick as she said that.
ダメ。
What? Yukiko moment? Takeshi shamelessly carried on like that, looking happily asleep. Anyway,
それにしても
I wonder what kind of dream he's having.
ね。
I don't want to know. Who knows?
大方いやらしい夢でも見てるんでしょうよ。この間抜け面からさ。
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna end it. Put the wet towel on his head. You reached out towards Takeshi's face and pinched his cheek, and then...
You...
え？
The music actually did stop this time. It's not just a loop. It seems like he's talking in his
ま
sleep.
さかこの人、ナッキュ先輩の夢を？やめてよね。そんな演技でもない。
ユウの体。
Hey,
ほら、クラナリ、勝手に人を夢の中に出すんじゃ。
長え名前。親の顔が見てみてよ。
stop this.
ユウのバカ。
ちょっとクラナリー、あんた起きなさいよ。
You were grabbed hold of Takeshi's collar. Stop moaning. Takeshi ASMR is the worst. Not great. We didn't stop her. She might have strangled him. Do it.
落ち着いて先輩、ただの寝言なんだから。
I was thinking he doesn't know, right? I mean, maybe they talked about it while we were off screen, but I don't think you told Takeshi that she was looking for her dad. Morphogenetic field. She's right. He doesn't mean anything by it. Probably not anyway. Takeshi continued to blabber with a dumb, blissful look as he slept, oblivious to our troubles.
うわっ、たまった。かくなる上は。
What are you gonna do? You put her hand in her pocket and pulled out the marker from before. She popped the cap off the pen and prepared to.
まさかそれで。
So true. I remember this.
まさかよ。寝首をバッサリ。するか。っていうか、できるわ。いい？
Don't want close up on Takeshi's face. Amazing. She said that you took the pen and started drawing big round eyes like a girl from a manga on Takeshi's eyelids. Thank you for explaining what they look like.
Then
She
that's
looks like a shoujo character now. Amazing. Hee hee, it's a masterpiece.
面白そう。ナキ先輩、私にもやらせて。
Scribble, scribble, scribble. Sarah sketched a whirlpool on Takeshi's
ニ
cheek.
ンニン。
Ha 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 ha. I'm laughing so hard my gut hurts.
少年もこのアホに何か書いてやったら胸がスーッとするよ。
Alright, let's see. I drew meat on his forehead. I don't know why that's funny. I drew meat on his forehead. And the three of us kept taking turns doing graffiti on his face. Scribble, 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 scribble. Dozens of minutes later, Takeshi had been further transformed into a much decorated creature. Miserable, disfigured, and hard to describe.
おはようございます。皆さん、
Hey
昨
bestie.
夜はぐっすりお休みになられましたか？
おかげさまでバッチリと貫徹させていただきました。
一睡もされていないのですか？
このバカのせいでね。
You lifted her foot and kicked Takeshi who was lying on the bed.
おばさんパーマに。
What
し
a
てください。
You say so. Takeshi was still dreaming. Looked like Sora had noticed the graffiti and was trying to keep from exploding with laughter.
どうしたんですか？この
あんまりにも頭にきたから。
We took turns drawing on him.
この魔法の
Yes, Sora, why don't you draw something? You should draw something on his face. Saying that, you laughed
そ
loudly.
れにしてもこれは少しやりすぎなのでは？
No.
いいのいいの。このおっさんのせいで私たち眠れなかったんだから。
It's poetic justice.
だから空もこの落書きのことはしばらく黙っててね。
つまり気づかないふりをする。
Yes, that's what we said.
そういうこと。
そのジンとこ白いの出てきた。
そんなことよりも空、検圧は？
Please wake up.
はい、もちろんすでに終了しています。
We've been transported into a different
体調
timeline.
の悪い方はいらっしゃいませんよね？
私は全然大丈夫。
Me too.
まあ、徹夜明けだから頭は少しぼーっとしてるけどね。
倉成さんは？
これ見ればわかるっしょ？
No, I don't want to listen to it.
すぐに制御室にお集まりください。私は先に行っていますので。
Has anything happened?
話は制御室の方でいたしますので。では失礼します。
Sora ducked and left the pressurization chamber. Sora's face as she left was devoid of humor. We got Takeshi up and made for the control room. Sora was next to me. Ahead, you and Takeshi were talking about something as they walked. I couldn't quite make out what they were saying. Eventually, Takeshi slowed down, separated from you, and then came back to us.
なあ、ユウのやつ、なんであんなにピリピリしてんだ？
Who knows?
心当たりとかないの？
あったら聞いたりしないだろうが。ユウは鏡を見ろとかなんとかって言ってたけどさ。
Huh?
え？
つまんないの。
When Sara said that, it seemed like Takeshi finally figured it out. He wiped his face with his
なんだ
hand.
これ。
He stared at the black ink on the palm of his hand.
あの女。
Clicking his tongue, Takeshi hurried back up ahead to you. Oh god. Sara and I laughed as she watched Takeshi and you exchange words. Sugumi was in front of the control room. She was leaning against the wall with her arms folded and head down. Good morning! With our greetings, Sugumi slowly raised her head.
ねえ、つぐみ。ゆうべどこに行ってたの？
You alright?
なんかね、空が言ってたんだけど、急激な気圧変化を経験すると
減圧症でしょ。知ってるわよ。私のことは心配しない
I'm
で。
fine.
大丈夫だから。
Ah, something flashed through my mind. Seemed like something about Sugumi had changed from the day before. Yes, because we got sent to a different timeline, surely. Maybe it was loneliness, but her attitude and way of talking had been
本
toned
当
down.
に平気なの？
それよりも早く中に入ったら空待ってるわよ。
We're in the nice Sugumi timeline now. Sugumi's urging, Sara and I entered the control room.
こんなにも早い時間に皆さんにお集まりいただいたのは他でもありません。
20 to 6 in the morning?
実は皆さんに一刻も早くお知らせしなければならないことがあったのです。
Sora paused for a second. Sora looked over all five of us. You, Sara, Sugumi, Takeshi, and finally me. The cooling fan whirred away in the silence. Occasionally, the sound of metal on metal rang through the room. Oh, so true. I love the sound of metal on metal. The five of us waited on Sora's next words.
昨夜、小町さんを除く4人の皆さんが加減圧室に入られた後、私はこの制御室でここからの脱出方法や
Yeah, you
外
were
部への
thinking
通
with
信
your
手段に
brain?
ついて考え
Yep.
ていました。
Okay.
そしてレミュー内の状況を一つ一つ調べていくうちにある事実が判明したのです。
脱出するルートが見つかったの？
No.
いいえ、
ってことは外部へ連絡する方法が？
それもまだです。
じゃあどんなことが分かったの？
圧力核兵器の耐久強度、その限界が分かりました。
Saying that, Sora turned her eyes to the side of the console. In the darkness, a three-dimensional image of Limu sprung up. Pressure bulkhead? What? Please explain to me in
レ
great
ミューの
detail.
壁のことです。外側の
Here we
海
go
水と
again.
内側の空間を隔てている部分。
その限界が分かったってどういうことなの？
So I was thinking it before, but Sara has done nothing so far. She showed up to be relevant, similar to Coco.
昨日もお伝えしましたように、レ
So
ミューは基本的に
I don't
飽和
really
潜
know
水仕
why
様の設計をもとに建造された構
put
造
one of
物
them
です。
in one route and then the other one in the other route if neither of them do anything.
つまり
Maybe in
内部の
the
気圧
different
が
endings
外部の
they'll
水
do
圧と同
something.
等か、またはそれを上回るような構造になっていたということです。しかし今や艦内の気圧は1気圧ですから、
レミューの外核は常に苛烈な水圧の力にさらされているということになる。
はい、
ところがレミューはもともとこのような状況に長く耐えられるようには作られていない。必然的にいつかは限界が訪れるこ
She's
とにな
less
る。
childish than Coco, but they don't do much.
お
Yeah.
っしゃる通りです。
I like her more than Coco. Oh, that's what? She just hasn't done anything.
で、その限界っていうのはいつ？
レミの計算によると今から
I'm sorry, I'm a certified Coco hater.
119時間後、5日後でしょ。
Oh, how did you know? We stared in tandem at Sugumi.
よくご存知ですね。警備室の端末でお調べになったのですか？そうです。小町さんがおっしゃった通り、 完全悪化推定時刻は5月7日午前4時30分前後となっています。もちろんあくまでも推定ですから誤差はありますが、プラスマイナス12時間程度。
Wow,
それが
that's
誤差の
crazy. How did you know that?
はい、そうですが。
That pushed us into silence. Seemed like everyone was lost in thought all alone. We knew for sure that we were in serious trouble. As far as words had shaken us a bit. I wonder if she would have said that if we picked this route first. Who knows? 5 days sounded like a long time, and it really didn't register with me. I kept thinking that a rescue team would arrive at any time, so I didn't really feel that it was worth worrying about. Are we not gonna question how Sugumi knew all this information? I guess we don't care. Hey Sora! Can I summarize what you said to make sure I got it? At 4:30 AM on May the 7th, the walls of Limu will reach the limit of the pressure that they can handle. Well, that might happen on 4:30 PM on the 6th or 4:30 PM on the 7th. Is that right so far? So doesn't that mean the opposite is also true? Takashi said the same thing. I mean that at worst, Limu will last until 4:30 PM on May 6th. Until then, we have nothing to worry about.
絶対に安全だと断定することはできませんが、でも確かにレミの計算結果から判断するとそうなりますね。
なんだ。要するに6日までに誰かが助けに来てくれればいいわけ
Surely
でしょ。
help will come.
そうだよね。あと1日でなんて言われたら思わず泣き出しちゃったかもしれないけど、まだまだ時間は十分あるんだし、それまでにはきっと誰かが助けに来てくれるでしょう。
I'm sure. Tension in the air broke, and sighs of relief could be heard around the room. Sugumi, having gotten the information somewhere before us, was smiling to herself smugly. It's 5:50 AM. Takashi gave a large yawn. Okay, well, I guess I don't care about Takashi's yawn. Sarah and I sat cross-legged on a bench in the rest area. The floor was covered with water. That was good.
ごちそうさん。
Was it a tuna sandwich? We just polished off the fried tuna sandwiches that Takeshi had made for us. As for the other four, Sora was, as usual, cooped up in the control room and trying to make contact through Lemmy. Sugumi had vanished without saying where she was going. Takeshi had gone to deliver sandwiches to Sora and Sugumi. Yu was changing clothes, so apparently she'd spilled something on them while eating. Fortunately, her normal clothes were safe in the changing room in the dry area.
ねえ、お腹もいっぱいになったことだし、ゲームで
It
も
was
や
the
らない？
blood? A game?
山手線ゲームとか3文字し
What's
り
the
とりとか。
Yamanote line game? We should play Kick the Can!
そうだ、じゃんけんモノマネゲームやろうよ。じゃんけんして勝った方がお題を出すのね。で、負けた方がそのお題のモノマネをするの。
I don't think it's enough to survive on a singular sandwich per day. I mean, you can live without food for like a month, right? Is that how that works? I mean, you wouldn't be healthy or like able to do anything or like have any energy, but how long? Can you survive without food? Information about life expectancy is based on real-world context, such as hunger strikes and serious medical conditions. With no food and no water, the maximum time the body can survive is thought to be a week. With water only but no food, the survival time may extend to 2 to 3 months. So we'll be fine. We don't even need to eat any tuna sandwiches.
せーの、しけぴちょっと、ちゃんと手出してよ。
I haven't said I'm gonna play. What is that Rochambeau?
しけぴはじゃんけんの掛け声。やるかやらないかは、やるで決まり。
You said you could decide.
うるさい。いいからやるの。このままボケーっ
No
としててもつまら
sandwiches.
ないでしょ。
Oh, alright.
素直でよろしい。
I mean, I don't know where we're getting water from. We usually don't talk about that part. We just eat the tuna sandwich. We've got cans, but when we open them, they explode. So
そ れじゃあ
We
いく
did
よ
not bring them into the decompressor chamber.
せーのチッケピッ
I chose paper and Sarah picked scissors.
やったね私の勝ちというわけでサバ
Salmon? You mean like a fish?
それじゃあ張り切って行ってみよう
Salmon, salmon. Salmon, 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 salmon. I open and close my mouth like a fish, gyrating my hips around and doing my best to become a salmon. Too much monoxide? He's trying to kill all these people. Why put carbon monoxide in the... Sarah was laughing and holding her stomach. It looked like I had been a good salmon. Alright, now I'm warmed up. Let's go again.
せーのチッケピッ
I chose scissors and Sarah picked paper. Idiot.
負けたお願いだから変なお題出さないでよ
Please, please. I decided to make her act like Minnie Mousy. Caesar, you a baby? I don't know. I don't really care. You want to be Minnie Mousy? I guess they didn't have the rights for Minnie Mouse. You can be Minnie Mousy. I choose Minnie.
そんなのできないよ
Those are the rules.
わかったよやればいいんでしょやればラパンディゲンガディエモンお宝はいただくわ
That
よ
was not many words to say all of that was in that text box. And
何や
then
ってんの
you appeared in her changed clothes. We played rock paper scissors charades.
じゃんけんモノマネゲームなんか面白そうだね
No.
私も入れていいですよ
I explained the rules to
オッ
you.
ケーわかったそれじゃあ行きますよせーのチッケピッ
Blood on her dress again. Just then, the lights illuminating the room started to flicker. Oh yeah, we have to go fix the generator or whatever. Instinctively, I looked to the ceiling. Listening carefully, I sound like the rumble of thunder. Oh, it wasn't the sound of metal on metal.
何かな
Tiny waves formed in the water pooled on the floor. The walls and ceiling trembled slightly. Metal screeched on metal. There we go.
まさか
Couldn't be
ほ
what?
ら昨日の浸水の時と似てないこれ
The blood appeared to drain from the faces of you and Sarah in this flickering light. Immediately after that, darkness blanketed us. The tremors and sounds stopped, but an eerie silence filled the area. Only the emergency lights glowed dimly.
停電だ他のみんなは
Where are Takeshi, Tsugumi, and Sora?
つぐみと空
Well, I don't think Sora's okay, but the rest of them should be.
つぐみはどこに
No one care about Takeshi or Sora? Sarah and I shook our hands in the darkness. Heads.
とにかく
shook
ナナミと
hands.
つぐみを探しに行こう空は今はいいの
Oh, that's nice. What?
話はあと今は二人を探す方が先よ
You started running. I don't know why they don't just tell her that she's not a person. Like, does it matter? Sarah and I followed her without knowing what was going on. In front of the control room, power was out, so the door didn't open automatically. You pulled the lever next to the door and opened it manually. Three of us went inside.
ナナリつぐみいたら返事して
We called into the darkness. I wondered why she only called out for Takeshi and Tsugumi, who's not a person. Sora, she's a hologram lady. Sora! I called to Sora, but there was no answer. Sora should have been here. I wonder where she went. You had picked up a flashlight at some point. I imagine she'd gotten it somewhere in the control room. You turned it on. Oh, I mean, nothing. I said nothing. I would never spoil F17 for you. A white circle of light appeared on the wall. You shined the flashlight left and right, lighting up all corners of the room. To be fair, it was a lot more obvious in the Takeshi route, where we were like, hey, Sora, here's a tuna sandwich that I've got for you. And she's like, oh, Sarah, I'm not hungry. I'm like, hey, Sarah, the next day, here's a tuna sandwich that I've got for you. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, hey, Sarah, I brought some cans. Do you want something to drink? She's like, no, I'm okay. And then we threw a tuna sandwich at her and it went through her. It was very funny. You shined the flashlight left and right, lighting up all the corners of the room. The electrical system was completely down. Like an abandoned castle, there was no sign of warmth left. There's clearly nobody there.
誰もいないみたいね。
We left the room.
ちょっとこれ持ってて。
You handed me the flashlight and shut the control room door. Just then, splash, splash, splash. We heard the sounds of someone running towards us through water. After a short while, two figures emerged from the darkness. Oh, Takeshi!
つぐみ。
Takeshi and Sugumi approached, walking through the water. Hey, have you seen Sora?
制御室にいたんじゃねえのか？
それがもぬけの殻で。
本当か？
Takeshi used the manual lever to open the door. He looked inside. Want a flashlight?
あ、サンキュー。
Takeshi took the flashlight, turned it on, and was he just not believe us? We were just there? And went into the room.
たく、こんな時にどこ行っちまったんだ、空のやつ。
Takeshi said that when he emerged from the control room. What do you think she is? Yeah, I just said that she was a hologram. But
さてと、どうしますか？
you said that calmly. You've been a series of emergencies since the day before. Knowing these games, though, at the end they'll be like, actually, she's not a hologram. She's a space alien, and we were gaslighting you the whole time. It'd been a series of emergencies the day before. Maybe we were all completely used to it. In any case, none of us were freaking out.
とりあえずみんなで手分けして空を探すしかないんじゃないの？空がいなかったらなんで停電したのかだってわかんないんだし。
Yeah, Sora knows more about Limu than anyone.
空ね。空か。
Uh-huh.
ん？
She's the angel of death guiding you through this afterlife. True! She took us to heaven. But she couldn't go in there because... I don't know. I don't know how to follow the analogy.
ん？
もうしょうがないかな。この際だから行っちゃうけど。
Uh-huh.
空は探しても見つからないと思
Oh,
う。
why not?
Huh?
Why won't we find it? Did she die? What?
どうして？
理由は
Why?
そういうことはちゃんと本人から説明しないと。ん？
Hmm?
あ？
とにかく私の言ってることを信じて。
This part is silly. I don't understand why she wouldn't just tell us we're all gonna die.
心配しなくても空は無事だから。必ず戻ってくるか
Might
ら。
hurt Sora's feelings. Come back. You ignored my question.
わかったわ。で、あなたはどうするつもりなの？発電室に行ってみようと思って。発電室？この停電の原因は発電機のトラブルにあると思うの。
That reminded me of something Sora had said the day before. Limu didn't receive any power from the outside, but had an in-house generator system. There was a thermal seafloor vent where hot water was pumped out of the seabed, and heat from that was used to operate the
つぐ
generator.
みも一緒に来てくれるでしょ。
Very real feelings, yeah.
あいにくだけど、その手には乗らない。
What do you mean?
私は行かない。行きたいなら勝手にどうぞ。
Saying that, Sugumi left. It looked like it would be any use calling
ま
after
っ
it.
たくもう本当にわけのわからんやっちゃ
Was
な。あ
Sugumi
い
the
つ
one
は
that took us there in the first route?
しょうが
I
な
think
い。
so.
4人で行くしかないね。ナッキョ先輩、その発電室っていうのはどこにあるんですか？発電室はここ、ドリットストックにあるの。
よーし、そんじゃ早速行くとするか。ゆう、案内してくれ。
Takeshi started walking toward the
ちょっ
corridor.
と倉なり、どこ行くつもりなのよ。
Where are you going?
どこって発電室に行くんだろ？お前が言ったんじゃんか。
それで、あんたはどうやって行くつもりなの？
あ？そんなの通路を歩いてに決まってるじゃないか。
やれやれ。やっぱりちっとも分かってないじゃ
Just
ない。
tell us how I get there.
それどういう意味だよ。
Hey you, I don't think I get it either.
私も。みんな、昨日見たレミューのマップ覚えてないの？
No.
マップね。
Oh, so true. We have to like break the lift.
確か3階のマップはエリアが2つに分断されてましたよね。
Oh, that's right.
ラナにも思い出せた？
鮮明にとまではいかないけど、ある程度は。
じゃあ、その2つのエリアの間には
何がって言われてもな。
I don't think there was anything.
そう。ということは？
The two areas are divided by a block which is now underwater.
だから制御室のあるエリアから発電室のあるエリアへは直接移動することができない。
Besides that, the emergency stairs in one of those areas was also
だ
flooded.
としたら
ああ、そういうことか。発電室のあるエリアに降りるには、2階の中性浮力式エレベーターを利用する以
I
外
know
方
we
法は
did
ないん
this
だ。
already. Besties.
ご名答。だから私たちが向かわなければならないのは
To the entrance to the neutral buoyancy
そうい
elevator.
うこと。さて、理解してもらったということで、良いでござるよ。ニンニン。
Amazing. Thank you. She talks about ninjas all the time, just like you for real. Sarah took a bizarre kung fu pose and started spinning like a top. I had no idea what she was trying to do. Look, I'm an owl. Hey, bestie. Before going for repairs, we had to secure tools. Why is she me? I don't know. Ask Uchikoshi. When the four of us ascended from Svitostock, we stopped by the warehouse first. Fortunately, we found the tools we needed right away. And I'm an owl? So true. Pliers, a spanner, a screwdriver, a hammer, a small welding machine, etc., etc. Packed all the tools we imagined we might need into a toolbox and headed for the neutral buoyancy elevator. The neutral buoyancy elevator. I'm an egg in German. Thank you. I'm glad this 8-year-old child or however old he is knew what I means. It was also a literal take on the egg-shaped elevator that traveled up and down rails into the ocean on the other side of Limu. What I said again, no. A ballast tank was attached to the floor. It would take in or release seawater from the tank as necessary to increase or reduce buoyancy, making the elevator rise or sink. Once we were inside, we sealed the watertight doors on the Limu side of the elevator. All we had to do is release the lock connecting us to Limu and the egg would sink away. You pulled the operating lever next to the door. Nothing happened.
なんだよ。全然沈まないじゃないか。
Just break the window.
そうみたいね。
Do you think it's because the power is out?
愛は中性浮力を利用してるから基本的には動力を必要としないの。
I didn't say something about the
ただ
pressure.
しバラストタンクの注水時排水時その時にだけ電力を用いる。でも今は停電してるから。
Whoever designed this theme park, I don't think they did a very good job. I'm sorry, Yu's father. Try harder next time. There was no way to control the ballast valve. Is that the problem?
なんだ。それじゃ結局のところ動かせないんじゃないか。
バカね。そうじゃないでしょ。あんたそれでも大学生なの？
悪かったな。じゃあ分かるように説明してくれよ。
はい先生。はい松永くん。
LMAO,
浮
it's
力
more
を利
funny.
用して昇降するってことはエレベーターの総重量が浮力を上回れば沈むと思います。その通り。もちろん少年も分かってるよね。
Did I? Yes, I got it. I understand. Yeah, you mean the Archimedes principle. I love the Archimedes principle. It's my favorite principle, actually. The buoyancy of a submerged object is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the object. Right now, the buoyancy of the elevator is exactly balanced with the elevator's weight. So if we make the elevator heavier, it will outweigh the buoyancy, so the elevator will sink. Amazing.
すっごい。二人とも
I knew all that. You patted our heads as she praised us.
賢い賢い。どっかの誰かさんと違ってね。
So the reason that I won't sink yet is that it's not heavy enough, right?
うん。何か重しになるものを探してこないと。
We split up and went in search of things we could use as weights. Why don't you drill the walls? And several minutes later,
どっこいしょっと。
Grrf. Takeshi was carrying a massive planting pot.
ちらほい。あ、ちらほい。
You brought a plaster ornament. And I brought a magazine holder and a bundle of magazines. Wow, amazing. That's going to be really heavy. And Sarah...
うん、しょ。
Pull. Sarah, that's...
何持ってきてんだよ、お前。
Sarah's trying a massive tuna!
それ、どうしたの？向こうの通路に落ちてたの。多分浸水の時、厨房の冷蔵庫から流れてきたんだと思う。
We're gonna make sandwiches out of it.
ちょっと冷たいけど我慢して。
Oh. What an image. So the four of us packed ourselves into the eye and headed down to Dritterstock holding a frozen tuna. To the tuna. I began to descend ever so slowly. Have you ever played Scarlet Tower online? I will throttle this man. I can't type, it's okay. Peeking through the window and into the blue, we could see the outside of Limu. I'm a poet and I did not know it. The blue gradually got darker and the steel bulkhead appeared to move farther away upward. We were silent during that time. What was there really to talk about? No, actually, you did say one thing.
そういえばさ、食用捕鯨って国際条約で禁止されてたよね。
It seemed that you was having trouble with the difference between a dolphin and a tuna. No one tried to answer it. I decided not to think about anything. Oh, okay. What are we gonna do with the tuna? Trader Stock Sector 7. Oh, it's the foreboding music. There's another area sealed off because of the flooding. That was where we got off. Once the four of us holding the tuna got off, I lost its baggage and floated up to Svitosok again. Oh no! What will we do? We can't get back
大
now!
丈夫よ。愛はもう一機あるの。そっちがこのフロアに泊まってることは確認済みだから。
Oh, that surprised the heck out of me.
当たり前だろ。じゃなきゃ
It's
4
hilarious.
人で降りてきたりしないってばさ。
その割に顔引きつってるけど。は
やかましい。余計なツッコミ入れんな。
いはい。そんなことはどうでもいいから。さっさと行くよ。
We put the frozen tuna down and began walking toward the generator room. This side of the area was also inundated with water from the flood. It was still bathed in darkness. Blue light from the surface dimly pierced through the small round windows, making a wave-like shadow on the floor. The four of us relied on that and our flashlight as we proceeded deeper and deeper into the complex.
おい、ちょっと待ってくれよ。
When we turned a corner, we heard Takeshi call out from behind us.
何やってんの？ちんたらしてると置いてくよ。
Would love to leave him
だ
behind.
ってお前だ。この工具箱むちゃくちゃ重いだぞ。
Looking back, there was Takeshi with the toolbox on the floor, breathing hard.
仕方ないな。少年。
Why? I'm a child! Alright. I hurried over to where Takeshi was. Takeshi, I'll help you.
悪いな。じゃあそっちから持ってくれ。
Okay. The two of us took the toolbox from both sides.
助かったよ。このまま一人で持ってたら腕がもげるところだった。
Quit exaggerating. Oh, Takeshi, watch out, there's a bump sticking out there.
危ね
Takeshi was just able to right
え。
himself.
びっくらこいた。危うくすっ転ぶとこだったぜ。それにしても
Very
よく気づいたな、少
important
年
part。of the story of
こ
the
んなに
bump.
真っ暗だってのに。
Huh? You really think it's that dark? Takeshi, maybe you got bad night vision.
そうかも。確かビタミン A が不足してるんだっけか。そういや俺、レバーとか人参大嫌いだしな。
You shouldn't be so picky. Finally, as we caught up to you and Sarah, we reached our destination. Dim yellow and black stripes appeared ahead.
ここか？ 発電室っていう
Yeah,
の
go
は
open it. There was a plate with information on the front of the door, but it was too dark to read.
とりあえず覗いてみますか。
You reached toward the door handle. Wait a second! Instinctively, I grabbed Yu's arm.
ん
Takeshi and Sarah stared at me questioningly.
どうしたの？
The thing is, I can't find the words to reply. I wondered why I said what I said. I really didn't know. Yet somehow. If you don't know what's going on inside, don't you think it might be dangerous to just open the door? I was just rattling off what popped into my mind. No, I hadn't even thought about it. No, I hadn't even thought it. It just seemed to jump from my throat before anything else. Kind of like when you snap your hand back after touching a hot stove. Ironic. I just reflexively blurted it
ど
out.
ういうこと？
Yu wasn't buying it. Took my hand from Yu's arm and searched for words. At that moment,
それもそうだよね。もしかしたら熱水を運んでるパイプかなんかが破裂してて、高温の蒸気が中に充満してるかもしれないし。
Sarah took up the slack in my explanation. Oh, I see. Well, I sensed danger. I couldn't express in words what it might be. Three of us. Oh, okay. Was that it? You just couldn't express it into words? I see you. I see you, morphogenic field. The three of us nodded, satisfied.
試してみるか
Because he touched his hand to the wet floor, he went to place his damp fingers on the door. Why would you do this? Just throw the water on the door. The droplets sizzled, evaporating
本
away.
当だ
It was just like Sarah had said.
でもそんなことよくわかったな少年
Yeah, I replied, but I hadn't really known it would be dangerous either. The one who known was a separate someone inside me? That someone had simply borrowed my voice. Oh, okay. That sounds normal. What had happened was so strange that it made me feel out of place in my own
とに
skin.
かくこのままじゃ中に入れないってことだよね。
ああ困ったな
そうね。ひとまず発電室に流れている熱水のバルブを閉めましょう。熱水さえ止まれば、この中の蒸気の放出も停止するはずだから。バルブ？それどこにあるんですか？この隣の部屋よ。もう一つ奥の通路を進んでいくの。
Yeah, hopefully we know which way to turn open a
そ
valve.
んなに人数は必要ないから、私と、そうね。あともう一人手伝ってほしいんだけど。
よし来た任せろ
クラナ
We'll
リ
be left with Sarah.
ほら俺のどこが不服な
Well,
んだ
finally, we're gonna get some amazing Sarah exposition.
クラナリなんかと二人っきりになったら変なことされそうじゃない。
あのな
私が手
No,
伝い
I
ましょ
don't
う
want
か。
to be left with Takeshi.
いいのいいの。マヨはここで
That's
待ってて。
okay, Mayo.
ああおい少年お前はどうするよ
Me? I'm a child. Why do you want me to fix pipes? Get Takeshi to do it. I'm gonna talk to my bestie Mayo. I'll wait here.
だってよどういたしますか
仕方ないな。じゃあクラナリで我慢しますか。
だく可愛くねえなもっと素直に喜ばんかい
You let your real feelings show?
変な気を起こしたら張り倒すからね。
安心してくれ間違ってもお前だけは絶対に襲わね
What's wrong with you people? Be normal. When the two of you disappeared at the far end of the corridor, they were still going at it.
あの二人さ、
Yeah?
なんだかんだ言って結構いいコンビだと思わない？
No? Think so?
ナッキ先輩って気に入った相手には遠慮しない性格だから心を包み隠さないっていうか。
Okay.
たけしも似たようなタイプっぽいしね。
I wasn't sure why, but somehow I was a little jealous of you and Takeshi. Okay. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't open up to anyone like that. I had nothing to share. Oh. Just amnesiac things. A while after the two had disappeared, Sarah and I hadn't spoken another word. The two of us just leaned against the wall and stared into the darkness. This is terrible. Where's my exposition? I was desperately trying to think of some way to break through the wall that formed between us. Sarah, how old are you? Finally, the words stumbled out of my mouth.
突然何？っていう か
The-
教えてなかったっけ？
The world has been wondering, and now we will find out. Where did that come from? I thought I told you. I don't think
高
so.
校2年生16歳
You 16?
生まれ水亀座
Wow, that's crazy. You've been 16 this whole time? I'm Aquarius, thanks. Sarah recited it so smoothly that it was like she was singing a song.
で少年は
I didn't know. So this one is also 27. I got some bad news. Oh, never mind. When I tried to remember, it was like my mind would fog over. I couldn't get close to it. It was like a mirage in the desert. I wonder how old
そ
I
んな
am.
こともわからないんだ
Nope.
なんだか寂しいね
Yeah.
だけどそれでよかったのかもしれないよ
What do you
いっ
mean?
そ忘れてしまい
It's
たい
okay,
よう
it's
な
happened
過
in
去だったの
2017.
かも
That's true. So it'd be closer, but I don't think it's still not. It's still not quite there.
なんてね
Sarah's expression relaxed into a silly look. What would scare me like that?
ごめんごめんあそうだ切り倒してみたらわかるかもよ少年が何歳なの
What? Oh, like a tree?
木
Huh?
の切り株みたいに年輪が刻まれてるかも
Oh, the music stopped. For some reason, my eyes strayed to the palms of my hands. In the darkness, only dimly illuminated by the emergency lights, my fingers appeared to glow slightly white. What? I still didn't know what had happened to my finger.
指
Ah, what are you gonna do to it? Knowing that Sarah grabbed my finger. Don't be weird. It was so sudden that it put me at a loss for words. In the darkness, Sarah whispered words like she was confirming something as she gripped my thumb.
長弓背押し月のせい
What?
夢の中より待ち降りぬ
What are you talking about? What does that mean? Sarah just shook her head. There was no sign that she was going to answer me. She just murmured the words like a spell or nursery rhyme as she gently held my thumb. A moon sprite? I wondered why Sarah had suddenly grabbed my thumb. Still, I didn't have any urge to pull it away from her. As I remained aware of my thumb, I searched for an answer from Sarah's slightly sweaty, warm palm.
お待たせ
Oh, I guess it's over.
多分これでもう大丈夫だと思う。
Besties were having a
お目当て
moment.
のバルブを探すのに結構手間取っちゃったけど
With the two of them back, Sarah finally released my thumb. Why is my finger glowing? In the darkness, I couldn't make out Sarah's expression very well. The area around her mouth pulled down slightly in a sad motion. Well, yeah, that's it. Gonna go have tuna sandwich. Warmth lingered around my thumb. I didn't know why, but I hesitated to wipe the warmth away and gently inserted my hand into my pocket, leaving my thumb extended. Mind zoned out for a few minutes and thought of this. I'm so funny. So true, bestie. Amazing. With that, we've been able to shut off the hot water flowing to the generator room. Even so, on the other side of the door, it was still hot enough to scald. The four of us waited outside the generator room until we could be sure that the temperature inside had cooled enough. You're welcome. When we had thought the time had come, we timidly opened the door. It was like opening the door to a public bath. A cloud of steam hissed out of the door. Ever 17 community alive. Yeah, all the Yakuza people that follow you are gonna see this. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just some anime lady. The heat inside just about defied imagination. The air in the steam-filled room was heavy and stuck to the skin. Inhaling felt like swallowing globs of sticky hot steam. Takeshi was opening and closing his mouth like a fish out of water.
なんだか息苦しくないか
It's the funniest part.
いちいち分かりきったこと聞かないの口に出したら余計に暑苦しくなるじゃないのなん 出ましょうよ。そうね、効率よく終わらせたいから手分けして作業することにしましょうか。じゃあ私はこっち、クラナリは向こうへ回ってもらえる？
Why are you asking this child to fix pipes? It's not gonna go well. And so we got work to fixing the generator. Takeshi and you tackled the main work. It was hardly anything for Sarah and myself to do, as we knew squat about machines. We functioned as assistants, shining flashlights, handing over tools, and loosening valves as instructed. After a while, we succeeded in repairing the generator. It was just like Sarah had said, the cause of the blackout was the opening of the safety valve due to the drop in air pressure. When pressure from the steam becomes excessive, the valve automatically opens to release the gas and prevent damage. Normally, after a release of surplus gas, the valve is designed to shut naturally, but we're only at 1 atmosphere. Because the safety valve never closed, the steam continued leaking. Anyway, that was the gist of the explanation. Same explanation as last time. We left the generator room and went back to the pipe room. There we reopened the valve we closed before the repairs. And returned to the generator room.
さて、それじゃあ行ってみますか。
Takeshi whispered the question as we stood in front of the generator switch.
スイッチ入れるぞ。
Sarah, you and I nodded slightly.
心の準備はできたかな？
Just do it.
そこ、うるさいよ。
Oh.
では、
I mean, you
カウ
asked.
ントダウンを始めよう。50秒前、
50も数えるの？
45秒前、
Takeshi continued ignoring
ク
her.
ラナリ、いくらなんでも長すぎるってば。
40、39、38、
It was irritating.
37、36、35、
So irritating.
34。
Kill him. Click. All three of us except Takeshi pressed the button.
ほら、勝手にスイッチ入れんなよ。まだ34秒前じゃねえか。
Nobody wants to wait 34 seconds. Somebody had to push
た
it.
かだか30秒ちょっとも待てないのか、お前らは。
待てるか？
こういうのはだな、ある種の儀式というか形式というか、とにかく非常に大切なことであって。
The lights lit up all at once. The light poured down, illuminating even the corners of the room. It was like our field of vision had expanded in an instant.
17。
は？
ちょうどさっきのカウントが17秒前の時、電気がついたの。それがどうかしたの？わかりません。電気がつくまでちょうど
I
17
get
秒だ
it.
った
I
んですよ。
understand. Oh, I see. I understood what she was saying. You mean if we would have pushed it at 17 seconds, it would have been just right?
うん。それは決して
Yeah, that's crazy. Surely that would never happen, though. That would be such a coincidence. Tisk. I wasn't sure if Takeshi was over his anger, but he shouldered the heavy toolbox and left the room. We retraced our path until we were in front of the neutral buoyancy elevator. The frozen tuna's empty eyes were waiting for us. The elevator we'd used coming down had already floated up to Vitastock. To the left, the floor display was lit up with the number 3.
ああ、よっこらどっこいしょっと。
Leave the tuna! Takeshi groaned as he put the toolbox. Oh, it wasn't the tuna. The toolbox on the floor of the
おっ
elevator.
さんみたい。
うるせえ。どうせお前に比べりゃおっさんだよ、俺は。
I think it's about 11, but since we started half an hour late because I had to eat, I will keep going for a little bit. I don't have to sleep for another few hours anyway. While we needled at each other, I pushed the up button next to the door. The internal and external watertight doors had already sealed automatically. You could hear air being sent into the ballast tank under the floor. Finally, the X-shaped elevator didn't start to flow up.
マジ？
The sound beneath the floor had stopped and silence had returned.
またなの？どうしてこうも次から次へと厄介な事態が発生するのかしらね。
Knowing it was useless, I pressed the up button repeatedly. You just keep pressing it. Of course, I didn't budge at all. Alright, so what do we do? Yeah, it's more gaming. Just as I said that, monitor just to the right of the round window flickered to life. Oh, Sarah, she's back. Hey, bestie, kid-san.
ほら、お前どこ行ってたんだよ。探したんだぞ。
大変ご迷惑をおかけしました。申し訳ありません。
The image of Sora and the monitor bowed deeply.
あ、そんなことはどうでもいいじゃない。ソラ、発電機の方は私たちで直しといたから。
そのようですね。ありがとうございました。本当に。
でだ、分かってると思うけど、
Ruined this
今俺
egg.
たちは卵を 愛の中にいて、
ええ、分かっています。愛が動かないのですね。
どうすればいいのかな。
まずその原因についてなのですが、おそらく内部気圧が減少した関係で
Look, Kara came back on and now Sara has appeared. It's such a coincidence. I mean, she couldn't talk to the speakers before because there was no power. So yeah, it makes sense. I guess she just couldn't find us because the power was off. So true. Anyway,
つまり、
I mean, it isn't buoyant enough.
はい、浮上させる方法はいくつか考えられますが、
In the end, we decided to split into pairs and ride the elevator. In line with the principle of Archimedes, if the buoyancy was insufficient, we had to lighten the load. First, Sarah and I got in I. Sora and Sugumi were waiting at the Vita
お二人
stop.
とも本当にご苦労様でした。
Thanks, bestie. Sora beamed a welcoming smile at us. Sugumi just stood there, staring at Sarah and me. Next came you, and the tuner took the elevator to return to our floor.
冷たい。
I noticed that when Sugumi saw you cradling the frozen fish, he grinned for the first time. Sora, on the other hand,
大丈夫ですか、倉成さん。
Sora ran up next to the fish in a
あ
panic.
の先輩、そのマグロ持ってきたんですか。大切な食料なんだから当然でしょ。食べ物を粗末にすると罰が当たるよ。
No, eat something else.
そんなことよりも倉成さんが
Sora still flustered, babbling next to the fish. Why do you think Takeshi's a fish? I wonder if she really thought Takeshi had turned into a
私
tuna.
のせいで倉成さんが一体どうしたらいいのでしょう。
Sora's so quirky. He doesn't know the difference between a fish and a person.
お取り込み中申し訳ないんだが、俺の方こそどうしたらいいのでしょうって感じなんですがね。
Hilarious. Anyway, nearly an hour had passed since the power had gone back online. We gathered in the third floor conference room. Takeshi, Sugumi, Sora, you, Sarah, and I, all six of us were sitting in chairs, just letting time pass. The rescue team still hadn't come. The situation didn't show any signs of changing. Takeshi's yawn was contagious. I desperately tried to keep from yawning. Only Sora had her head down and looked as if she was thinking about something. She doesn't yawn because she's a robot. We were both silly. I hadn't realized that doing nothing could be so hard. Well, I might as well get some exercise. Oh, kick the can? Thinking that, I stood from the chair.
あれ、どうしたの。
Sarah shot me the question, slumped in the chair next to mine. Got all this time, so I thought I'd go for a little walk.
だったらさ、何か飲み物持ってきてよ。
Huh? Why was that an in that case thing?
私喉乾いちゃってさ、売店にジュースとか置いてあったよ。
God. I think so.
じゃあよろしくね。
No, I don't think so. No problem, bestie. Oh well, so any kind of juice is okay?
いいよ。
No, I'm not bringing back any juice. Great. Felt like the group hierarchy had sorted itself out. I left the conference room and headed for the kiosk. I had a good idea of where it was from my wanderings around the complex the day before. I went through the rest area on the way. Huh? Something had been left on the bench. It was wrapped tuna sandwiches. I figured they were probably sandwiches that Takeshi had made and taken to Sugumi and Sora. I assumed that they'd been forgotten during the blackout. Alright, I might as well take these along. I took the sandwiches and put them in my pockets. At the kiosk, I started looking for drinks. There was enough food and drinks for us to survive for days. There were only tuna sandwiches and ingredients to make them there, but at least we didn't have to worry about food, meaning it was a blessing in disguise. I took 6 cans of cola from the kiosk's freezer. Only Sarah had asked, but I thought I'd take back enough for everyone. Here we go! Cradling cola in both arms, I started heading back. Here you go! When I came back, everyone was chatting loudly. Cards were randomly placed on the table facing down. I might have been playing a game.
おかえり。
I figured since I was there, I'd bring back enough for everyone.
大義でござった。
Sarah took 2 of the cans and handed one to you.
はい、先輩にもどうぞ。お、気が利くじゃん、少
I'm
年。
just such a good, nice person. You took the cola from Sarah and popped open the tab. She held down the carbonation to keep it from erupting. Like a pro, she kept from being showered with sticky liquid. Why would you say it like that? So what are you all up to with the cards? Put the remaining 4 cans on the
ピロ
table.
ピロピンポンドーンだよ。
What's that?
あれ知らないの？ピロピロピンポンドーン。
I never heard of it. Oh, it's just this
そっか
again.
少年は記憶喪失だから忘れちゃったんだ
I
ね。
bet it
超
went
有名な
with
ゲ
your
ームなんだ
memory.
よ。
Thanks. Realized that I couldn't remember even those kinds of things. I wondered if I should have been more uneasy about my lost memory than I was. First, I thought I'd have a cola. Oh, by the way, I also brought these. I remembered the sandwiches and plunged my left hand into my pocket while holding the can in my right.
え、何
These! I removed a wrapped sandwich.
どうしたんだこれ。お前が作ったのか
No, it was on the bench in the rest area. Didn't you leave it there, Takeshi?
ああ、そっか。空に渡し損ねたやつか。
Oh,
停電の
here
騒
you
ぎ
go,
の時持っ
Sara.
てきたんだった。
Here's a sandwich just for you. I thought that somebody might be hungry.
おー素晴らしい。君って本当に
Not for you, it's for Sara, my hologram GF. You rushed over and violently mussed up my hair. Oh, that's right, I have another one. Feeling good about myself, I put the can in my other hand and then went to get the sandwich. Why does it matter what hand the can is in? I don't need to know.
どう
What
した
in...
の？
It's gone. There's nothing in my right
落
pocket.
としたんじゃないの？
No, no way, it was the ghost child who took it. I don't think I could have dropped it. Somehow I felt there was something odd going on.
よし、じゃあこれは空の分だ。
Looking, I saw Takeshi holding out the sandwich towards
朝
Sara.
食べてないだろ
Didn't eat anything for the past like 3 days.
いえ、私はいいんです。
Oh, she's alright.
遠慮するなよ。これ俺が作ったんだけど、味には自信があるんだ。
ええ、でも。
おいおい、嘘じゃないぞ。
そうそう。美味しいのは拙者も
Eat
保
the
証するんだ
sandwich, Sara. Me too. Sarah and I both raised our hands in a show of agreement.
そら、俺の飯が食えないのか
She hates Takeshi.
そんなことおっしゃられても。
Why is it actually she can't eat his food?
じゃあなんだ昨日食いすぎたかそれともダイエットか
いいえ、でも。
Doesn't like tuna.
ダメダメ。きちんと食わなきゃ体に毒なんだ。ほら、受け取れ。
He tossed a cola and tuna sandwich towards Sara and they traced a gentle arc through the air. Oh, what revelation are we about to learn? Sara suddenly reached out her hands. She reached out, but... Take one tuna sandwich and eat it. But Sara didn't catch them. No, she couldn't catch them. She didn't avoid them. It wasn't that she was too slow. Sara was there with her hands extended into space. The sandwich had fallen at her feet. The cola violently slammed into the wall behind her and exploded. The spewing cola didn't get Sara wet. How hard did he throw it at her? The droplets looked like they flew through Sara's body. The sandwich wrapper covered the silhouette of Sara's sandal. It was as if the two had melded together. Oh, I can't believe this. She's not real! Takeshi wasn't the only one surprised. I also was confused and without a clue. What? It couldn't have been that it seemed odd because it could have been that it seemed odd because I didn't know from the start. Maybe it seemed strange because I'd forgotten about it. So all I could do was sit there with my mouth agape, my eyes staring at the spectacle.
ですから、私はいらないと申し上げたのですが。
Sara made an embarrassed looking expression.
いや、あれだ、俺は。
Takeshi looked completely
ち
puzzled.
ゃんと渡すつもりで投げたんだけど、おかしいな。手が滑っちゃったのかな。
すいません。でもちっともおかしくはないんですよ、倉成さん。
Excuse me, there's nothing strange about it.
でも、ほら吹いてる、かかってる。
はい。
っていうか、サンド踏んでる足が。
No toes.
足の先がないですよ、ソラさん。
ごめんなさい。
Just like that, Sara's vanished toes reappeared. Thank God. But the place where the sandwich was supposed to be wavered unsteadily. I didn't have any idea what it all meant.
もしかして倉成さんご存知なかったんですか？
Sora was shuffling embarrassedly.
空、お前は一体。
For some reason, you gave a huge sigh right next to Takeshi. And then... she burst out laughing.
うらなり面白いから黙って見てたけど、あんた本当に何も聞いてなかったのね。
何をだよ。
She didn't say anything. Takeshi was still
デート
confused.
に入場する時の説明。
だから、それはなんだよ。
Looking around, only Takeshi and I were surprised. Some child was trying to distract us with a stupid joke. A strange expression floated onto Sarah's face, but it seemed like she knew what was going on. Sukumi's face was blank, not Sumugi, that's Danganronpa. Apart from Takeshi, it seemed like nobody felt like it was anything to be surprised about.
まったく。
Sugumi stood up as if irritated.
もう見ていられないわね。くだらない。
After spitting out those words, she left the conference room. Maybe we were used to it, but we just watched her go. No one tried to stop her.
つぐみのことは放っておくとして。そら、悪いんだけど、もう一回自己紹介してあげて。
はい、わかりました。
The puncture can had stopped fizzing. Thank you. Sora took a step towards us, carefully avoiding the sandwich, and straightened up. After a slight bow, she spoke.
私は茜ヶ崎空、正式名称は LMRSDS4913A。このレミューの案内係を仰せつかっている人工知能、いわゆる
That's crazy.
AI プログラムです。
I'm so shocked.
私はレミシステム内の機能の一部として組み込まれていますので、手近な端末で呼び出してくだされば、レミューの館内どこにでもすぐに参ります。また、全館に及ぶ本格的な RSD を採用することで、
Oh, they're gonna explain the whole thing with the lasers again for like 20 minutes. I'm losing it.
やっぱり RSD だったんだ。
I don't need to
で
know.
もここまですごいのは見たことないよ。レミューの自慢の出し物の一つだからね。だから空は停電の間いなくなっちゃってたんだ。
ええ、どうもご心配をおかけしましたね。
I finally lost any sense of what was going on. Takeshi looked flustered as well. The conversation had taken off and left me and Takeshi behind. What's RSD?
簡単に言うと、半導体レーザーを直接網膜照射する
Yeah, I
波
know.
状
I
表
know.
示システム。
And Sora's gonna be like, oh, have you ever heard of three-dimensional sound? You can put it in one ear and then it seems like someone's a million miles away. I see. I nodded. I had no clue what she was talking about, but I thought it might have been because I had no memory. It also seemed that any more questions would solve the conversation, so I decided to take a I don't get it, but that's okay approach.
それにしても、ずいぶん高度な人格を持たされてるんだね。
Surprising thing was that Sarah seemed to be following the conversation the
仮
best.
想空間を生み出す技術にレミューは相当なこだわりを持っていますから、私の存在もその一環です。
Last time, it was Sugumi that wanted to know all about the AI, but this time she hates everyone, so maybe she really did become Haruhi Suzumiya for
大
a
きな
bit.
システムが必要なんじゃない？
そうですね。それでも数十年前に比べればかなり小型になったのではないでしょうか。
どのくらい？それってどこにあるの？見てみたいな。
すいません。私の口からは言えません。
詳細なデータを持たされてないの？
ええ、そうです。
じゃあちょっと質問を変えるけど、空自身の意思は記憶によって変容したり。
I don't know what just happened. So true. Surely it's fine. The conversation was getting more and more technical. Sarah kept badgering Sora with technical questions. Things about samplings and algorithms and structure and this and encode that. Jargon was flying around. My head started to hurt. Hey, you? I approached you and tugged on her sleeve. The conversation is crazy complex. What's with Sarah anyway?
ね、
Computer ninja.
忍びのもの。
Stop with the stupid jokes. You puffed out her cheek as if pouting. It didn't seem like she was in the mood for a comeback.
マヨはね、ハッカーなのよ。
It's a hacker. Hacker, that means... Naturally, I know what hacker means. Don't steal all my personal information. Is Sarah a programmer? Oh, I didn't know that you could do this. I can't believe this. They fixed it? Why? What did it used to be? Got first place in some cracking contest? Cracking contest? Naturally, I knows the hacker. I feel like you've said these words to me before. I can't decline. These are the things that I remember. Not anything important. Legal cracking. Kind of like a decryption game contest. Beware of the doxing. Oh, if I let you die to damage anymore, I'm gonna get doxed. Oh, so it's a game. The best hacker! The best? That's just way too incredible. I see. Well, if I need to know anything about computers, I guess I know who to ask. It seemed that you truly couldn't tell who a person was by appearances. Apart from being a little mischievous, she seemed like just a normal girl. But Sarah just kept talking with Sora about things that I couldn't comprehend. There was a gap between who she appeared to be and who she actually was. I kept staring at Sora from the side in a state of semi-awe. In the end, only Takeshi was completely surprised that Sora was AI. You was an employee at Limu, so of course she knew. Before leaving the room, Sugumi hadn't seemed that surprised. Sarah, as was clear by her questions, had a solid grip on the situation. And the whole situation that we're in was so crazy, I didn't know what to be surprised about. Anyway, why is this music playing? Several hours passed. It seemed the sun was getting ready to set. What? Aren't we 51 feet underwater? How would we know whether the sun was shining or not? Who knows? In the dark depths of the ocean, my sense of time had eroded. I checked the time on my watch, finally making sure it was night. Nothing changed in Limu. No one new showed up to visit us. But things hadn't taken a turn for the worse either. There didn't seem to be any impending danger of floor collapse. We each spent time as we pleased. We'd long forgotten that we were trapped. I was in the rest area. I sat on the bench and looked at the blooming flowers without really seeing them. There was no one else around. We're going to meet again at 7 PM. Until then, we had free time. I was thinking about Sora. The revealing of what she really was. Sora's real identity. I love that song. AI, artificial intelligence, a program, a virtual image. Sora didn't really exist. In other words, Sora wasn't a person. But Sora clearly had a will of her own. She could think and act for herself. I knew that much. But with my limited knowledge, everything other than that was beyond me. There were lots of things that I couldn't know. I looked down. The floor was covered with a layer of water. The lights in the ceiling were reflected in the water. It was like the cold light of the moon. I poked my finger into the water. Plop. The water rippled and the surface shook. The light in the water fragmented into disarray, finally returning to its original shapes. I reached into the water trying to grab the light, but I could only grab a little seawater. I couldn't touch the light. I tried again and again, but no matter how much I tried, I couldn't grab the moon. Okay, we get it. Oh, thanks. It's over. No, don't stop. We should start with the basic stuff. Sora was sitting next to me. I don't care. At least that was how it appeared to me. At least I would seek out an explanation directly from Sora. What exactly was Sora? It might have been rude asking her outright like that, but I thought that it would be ruder to continue along without really knowing. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if we hadn't had this exact same explanation already. It might be something that you really don't want to talk about.
それはどうしてですか？
Well, you're not a person, you're Sora. So asking about systems and stuff, it might be kind of personal. Oh no, Sora started talking. I don't really know how to say it. I just thought that it might be like someone was peeking inside you and kind of unpleasant. Our broken explanation brought a soft smile to Sora's
そんな
face.
ことは気になさらなくていいんですよ。少年さんはさっきおっしゃいましたよね。私が何者であっても私は私なんです。
Okay.
たとえ私の根源に関わるようなことをお話しするとしても、それは私自身を知ってもらうことに他ならないのです。
I squeezed my hand shut. Of course, I wasn't holding anything.
それから実は先ほど
Oh, yeah, you did.
ご説明したばかり
I
なんです。
remember. Please explain it all again. Huh? To Takeshi?
はい、
Sora gently put her hand on her chest.
私は皆さんと同じではありませんが、
I don't really know
皆
what's
さん
going
と
on.
同じでありたいと思っています。
I don't really know what's going on with the Sugumi thing. Because, like, I don't know, sometimes she acts exactly the same way another person was acting. I don't know if they're getting morphogenetic did. Like, the spirit of Haruhi possessed her and she started talking about computers. Or if she's just seen this already and she would know because she's experienced Haruhi talking about the computers already. And it was the same thing with the generator. Who knows?
だからこそ私は皆さんに私
Oh,
を
the
知っても
music
らいたいのです。
Oh no, it's not stopped. It's just looping in it. Yep. I've learned. Saying that, Sora looked at me and slightly dropped her eyes. It felt like pieces of the puzzle scattered on the floor of my mind were about to fall into place. As if enticed by her grin, I became quiet.
では RSD についてご説明を始めますね。
No. I concentrated on what she was saying so as to not miss anything. She placed both of her hands on her chest.
少年さん、ちゃんと私が見えますか？
Yeah, yes, I see
少年
you.
さんのすぐ隣に立っています。間違いありませんか？
I'm positive. Suddenly, Sora faced me and reached out towards me, and then, whoa! Sora's hand slipped into my chest without resistance. Reflexively, I tried to grab her arms, but my hands went with nothing. My hands were in front of my chest, but there was nothing there.
そう、少年さんは今私を見ています。しかし私は実際に少年さんの隣にいるわけではありません。
Saying that, Sora pulled her hand back.
RSD レティナルスキャニングディスプレイ。
Great.
この表示装置には表示部がありません。 網膜に向けて出力の弱いレーザーが照射されているのです。
Retina, you mean my eye?
はい。各部屋や通路の天井には半導体レーザーの出力装置がついています。
I'm praying with all of my heart that all of the rest of the routes are within these two perspectives, and there's no more perspectives, so I don't have to hear this explanation a third time
それで少年
to
さん
someone
の網
else.
膜自
I
体
will
直
cry.
接画像を映し出しているってことになりますね。
One time was enough. Image
ええ、はい、私の画像です。
directly on my
一
retina.
般的なホログラフィックスクリーンは背後にある物体を透過してしまいますが、眼球そのものを仮想画面として扱い、また周囲背景と合成した画像を高速で送り続けることで
Amazing.
その問題はクリアされています。
Well, what about your voice? Sounds like your voice is coming from where your mouth
少年
appears.
さん、3D サウンドって聞いたことはないです
Yes,
か？
yes, you told me already. 3D
ヘッドホン
sound.
をつけて音楽を聞いたことは？
Yeah, like right now. Probably, but I can't remember, so I don't know for sure.
そうでしたね。失礼しました。では答えを言ってしまうと、大抵の人は音が後頭部の中心あたりで鳴っているように聞こえるはずです。
Inside the head, I tried to visualize what she meant. The melody playing in my mind. could get a vague sense of what she said, resident sleeper. Yeah, I think I could see what you mean. I'm glad that I could go for an extra half an hour just so it could be completely filled with Sora explaining what a hologram is to me for 30 minutes. I think I've probably heard something like that before.
でも実際には音が頭の中で鳴っているわけではない。
I suppose not.
これを応用して左右の音量調節および反響音のシミュレートを的確に行うことができれば、前後左右上下どの方角からでも音が聞こえているよう
Wow,
に
that's crazy.
錯覚させることができます。
Oh, I see. So you mean the voice converters? I still had both of them in my ears. I removed them. They were about the size of the tip of my little finger. In front of me, Sora's mouth moved soundlessly. It's like I couldn't hear her voice. But that wasn't all. Then her image started to get a little fuzzy. Huh? When we replaced the voice converters, Sora returned to normal.
投影する映像の転移の修正を左右対になった変換器の位置で行っているんです。少年さんがどこにいてどちらの方向を向いているのか、レミはそれを常に館内のセンサーと変換器からのデータを用いて見る。
Amazing.
ですから私が少年さんの背後、ちゃんと少年さんの背後20メートルの位置にいるかのように、右にいる時には右から、左にいる時には左から、
Wow.
下にいる時には下から。
Under when you're under.
と
Stop! I'm 8 years old!
とにかくそういうことなんです。わかりました？少年さん、今度はちょっと左を向いてみてください。
I faced to the left as she said. Sora stood and moved around to my right.
さっき私はレミが少年さんの位置と向きを常に把握していると言いましたが、同時に少年さんの眼球の動きと位置も
The position
常
of
に
your
計測し、
eyeballs.
ですから少年さんが動いても私は同じ場所に立っているように見えます。
Curious, they won't let you skip through this, right? Skip until next choice. Now let me save first. Just in case. I would love to skip through it. I did not have to listen to all that. I could have just skipped it. That's the worst day of my life. Just to make sure. I think the patch added that. Well, that's good to know for the future. Eventually, we reached the conference room. Sora's face was one big smile, but somewhere in her smile seemed a hint of sadness. At least it appeared that way to me. What? Why? Why is she sad? It was nighttime? I think this is Kick the Can. But deep below the ocean's surface, it was only slightly darker than before. Fortunately, the damage to Limu hadn't worsened. We had a light dinner, eating the tuna sandwiches that Takeshi had made. Incidentally, we had got rid of that frozen tuna because nobody knew how to cut it up. After eating, there was really nothing to do. Takeshi's yawn was
それに
contagious.
しても眠いね。
まあな、特にこれといってすることもないし。
Everyone was slouched in chairs, just spacing out. There was no impending danger, no new developments. The situation we were in remained unchanged, and it somehow felt as though time had stopped.
占い
I don't think I'm gonna be able to skip kick the can because there's a new person involved. You said that in a tired sounding
ダ
voice.
ラダラするなよ。
でもな、今さら館内をうろうろ歩き回ったって大した意味はないだろ。結局、助けが来るまで待つしかないんじゃないか。
So we will have to experience the entirety of Kick the Can again. I hope you're excited.
あ、そう。
But not today. If they start kicking the can, I'm out.
ああ、
It takes too long.
私はちょっから出かけてきますかね。あー、どっこいしょ。
Rubbing your shoulders, you stood up.
先輩どこ行くんですか？どこってわけじゃないけど散歩にでも。体動かさないと余計に疲れるのよね。私拙者いいこと思いついたでござるよ。
Sarah raised her hand and stood.
いいこと
What's your amazing
みん
idea?
なで体を動かすような遊びをするでござる。
Okay, I'm so
い
excited.
いけど、例えばどんな遊び？忍者ごっこ。
Ninja tag. Amazing.
それはちょっとね。
鬼ごっこなんてどうですか？
Sarah seemed up for the idea.
それならいいかな。よし、みんなでやろう。
おいおい、なんでそんな子供の遊びなんかを。
She talks like that ninja kid in Musei Tai.
ところで、少年はどうする？もち参加するよね。
What? Me
だって
too?
みんな参加するって言ってるんだよ。少年もやらなきゃ。私は参加しないわ。
Can't believe this. Can't believe she doesn't want to play.
ちなみに俺もだ。
おとい。つぐみ以外のみんなは参加するって言ってるんだよ。
俺も不参加だって。
Alright, I'm in. Oh, Beast 2, I said there's another character who's literally you. I was pretty much sick of the boredom.
よーし、決まりね。
It's kind of weird and uncanny, actually. But we're just not gonna think about it.
田中選手、松永選手、高根ヶ崎選手、倉成選手、少年選手。以上、5名
They
の方がエン
made
ト
her
リーされま
based
した。
off me.
でも、ただの鬼ごっこっていうだけ
Uchikoshi knows you,
つまらないと
actually.
思いません？そうね。
Yeah, it would be if only we could incorporate like a can or
缶
something.
蹴りにしてみて
あー
はいかがでしょう？
Sorry, you should have a grasp of simple games like this.
そういうんじゃなくて、何かこう変わった思考が欲しいのよね。
We all thought, and then
仕方ないわね。
Sugumi stood up from her chair, sluggishly. She walked bricks. The book can't even talk anymore. The crowd goes wild. Briskly towards the corner of the room. And she flipped off the light switch.
なんだよいきなり。暗いじゃないか。
どう？これで気が済んだ？もううんざり。私までおかしくなりそうだわ。
She ripped some paper. Tsugumi shot us a nasty look and left the room.
あれ、さあ。
騒がしいのが気に
People
障った
were
のでしょうか？
talking too much. But still, why turn out the lights?
私までっておかしいのはあいつの方だろ。でもまあ時間が経てばちゃんと。
ねえ、そうね。悪いんだけど、電気つけてきてくれる？
Sure. I went to go switch on the lights.
ちょっと待って。
What is it?
せっかくだからこのままでやろうか。
I guess she didn't even want to sit in the room this time. Huh?
暗いところで鬼ごっこ。あ、じゃないや。缶蹴りをするの。
Yeah, this seems really good and not dangerous at all. Sarah took one of the empty cans from the
名付け
table.
て闇鬼。
Kicked the can in the dark.
面白そうじゃない。
Wow.
それで決定。
Yeah, that sounds so cool. I'm so excited.
私も賛成です。
It's a bit more exciting than normal tag.
当然、倉成も OK だよね。
たく
Whatever.
しょうがねえな。
So we unanimously agreed, except for Tsugumi, to play Kick the Can in the Dark. We decided to do is it using rock, paper,
せ
scissors.
ーの、しっけぴ。
が負けだ。
Takeshi was out on the first try. That's the reaction? Yeah, it's fine.
倉成が最初の鬼ってことで
Everyone's like really excited about it, actually.
決定。
頑張ってくださいね。
The tuna comes back. Everyone was grinning at Takeshi. Takeshi looked about as sorry as it was possible for him to look. Here you go, Takeshi. I handed the empty can
待
to
って、
Takeshi.
隠れられるエリアはこの3回全部。
He will not be
よーし、
hiding.
みんな隠れるぞ
He will not be hiding until Wednesday. I can't take it anymore. Oh! At least now that I know, I can just skip through the scenes that are exactly the same. There's a little bit more joy left in my life. Save. Kid kick the can. Save. Alright. Things are actually kind of happening a little bit, which is surprising. I'm also kind of surprised they've had like the exact same plot revelations on both routes. I thought they kind of do one-on-one and then do something else on the other one, but I guess not. Just this same stuff. But yeah, I will be back on Wednesday, where we will play Kick the Can for the entire stream. I hope everyone's excited. Glad I missed nothing from the last streams. No, not really. Gotta get the Sarah plot twist, surely they'll happen. There weren't any Coco plot twists. She didn't do anything. She was just depressed a little bit at the end. And then was happy again, and then she died. But yeah, I'll go eat something before I have to sleep. But yeah, thanks for coming, Ooms, for this amazing, exciting Ever 17 stream. I hope we'll all be there for many to come. I'll see you on Wednesday for this again. Doodles!